Listen here, girl. I know you think it's a game, but it is absolutely not. Okay, this is the energy supplement from Just Move Supplements. That's right. It's damn near all gone, girl, and that's because I had to get that energy up so I can complete the workout, so I can give y'all this body, this transformation, get into it. Okay, and I'm done working out now, so that's why we're moving on to the protein shake. Oh yes, it's already in there, girl. It's already made right here. This is the mixture of the banana pudding, the chocolate cake, and the buttercream cupcake. And you really want to be fancy, you can go ahead and add that blueberry muffin if that's what you want to do, girl. But for me, it's these three right here. Okay, you put that with some almond milk, you mix it all up in honey. Okay, your muscles have gained life, new energy, agility. Get into it. Okay, Just Move Supplements. Thank you very much. Come on in, come on in, come on in, not come on in, not come. Sorry, y'all know I'm weird. Whatever.
Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl BondyBlue. So let's go ahead. Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl BondyBlue. Okay, follow me on Instagram and let's get into the video. Right?
What's up, y'all? It's your girl. Shout out to Kiki Palmer for that one. Okay, it's your girl. Yeah, that shit is hilarious to me. I know I had to go pull out my passport, child, to make sure I knew where it was. Because you know, when you be about to travel, the last thing you want is to pop out and not be able to find that goddamn passport because you ain't seen it since the last time you went somewhere. All right, what's going on, everybody? I hope y'all having a really good Thursday. Is that what today is? Okay. Girl, I got a cute little show for y'all today. There is no Ooh Ladies First panel. We will be taking a break. We won't be back until August, okay? Because I'll be gone for most of the month of July, so we might as well just go ahead and take a break, girl. But don't forget, while I'm gone, I'll be in Bali, bitch, okay? Reset by Design Wellness is offering you a luxurious experience, okay? With retreats, Mauritius, Tulum, Riviera Mara. Okay, that's where we going, y'all. Hold up. I want to make sure I covered all my bases. Now, still left in the month of June. If you use my code Bondy5, you get 5% off if you sign up on any of the 3 trips I've named. Okay. Also, you can do payment plans. The couples trip is per person. Okay. Anybody that was wondering, it's per person. Okay. Let's see what else. I told y'all about the payment plan with a firm. And you know, we're gonna be out this bitch next week. So, you know, if you want to be on the next trip, girl, which will be, I believe, what is it, Tulum? And I haven't been to Tulum yet, girl. I haven't been yet. So I can't wait. Girl. So y'all should go ahead and sign up for Reset by Design Wellness. At least sign up for the mailing list. So if you eventually do want to get down, you'll be kept abreast via email. And also you can follow us on Instagram so you can see the post and everything that's going on with that. You know what I mean? Be privy, okay? Because we finna go out of town, girl. We finna go out of town. It's gonna be a good time. I'm really excited about it. Shout out to Reset by Design Wellness. My sinuses started doing the thing because I put the fan on. Hot. It's hot, y'all, and I'm running hot. Let's go ahead and jump into the show, shall we? So this popped up on my screen last night. A new season of Love and Marriage Huntsville with Miss Kimmy as the main character, replacing Melody Cherie Rogers. Now let's look at this for a second, y'all. This is a show that's supposed to be about couples. This is a show that's supposed to be about some couples, y'all. These people supposed to go together. You know, that's what they say. You know, it's love and marriage. And it seems that there are only really 2 couples that seem to be together. I think that says a lot. You got your Fletchers over here in the corner, okay? Long suffering, good old nasty early 2000s toxic relationship, you know, with mentalities based in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. Okay, that's what you got with the Fletchers. That's probably going to be there until the end of time. for either one of them. Okay. Then you got Kimmy and Maurice, which, girl, who knows? We just know they're an example of how marriages probably shouldn't really work. Like, just it looked good on the outside, but when you really peel back the layers, girl, it's a lot of deep breaths and having your voice go up a few octaves higher because you're trying not to go off on someone. It's a lot of that, and that feels really stressful, all up in my spirit, all up in my chest, all up in my neck. Whenever I see Kimmy in confessionals with Maurice, and Maurice is one of those men I tell y'all about that knows how to raise their eyebrows and squint their eyes at the same time. You can't trust those men. To me, what I've learned is that's a facial expression of bullshit. hmm hmm Whenever you see a man raise his eyebrows and then also squint his eyes, seriously, when he's talking to you, it's not a joke. When he does this is a bullshit facial expression. Right? Like, there's no way I would make this facial expression and not be joking. Cause like, I feel like I'm not a delusional person. You know what I mean? Like, I could see myself. That would feel disingenuous for my face to do. I wouldn't even be able to not giggle on the inside. I wouldn't be able to promote seriousness with that type of facial expression going on. Okay. Um, so yes. No, I do think that Carlos posted them this way on purpose to get people talking. I do. Cause what else? Okay. But from what I could tell, putting Tisha all the way on one side and Marceau all the way on the other side, even though they're wearing the same hue of blue, we know Destiny ain't got no man. That's why she in green. And then having Martell in between Ken, who is over there in a corner by himself, and then having Trisha, is that a name? Trisha? Okay. Trisha over there, back there over on her corner, but they not together. So I'm supposing that's supposed to insinuate that these relationships are not going well. And that's supposed to get us hyped up, right? Because we supposed to want to see these toxic ass relationships fail, right? That's the feeling. Because I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I'm sorry, I don't want people to stay together. I don't. Bitch, I am not Al Green. No, I don't want you to stay together with a man if or a woman if it's not right, if it's not healthy, if it doesn't feel good, if it feels like so much of a argument all the fucking time. Trisha and Ken, argument all the fucking time. Marceau and Letitia, the same shit that Angela Oakley over there going through. Y'all act like that's not the same thing that Tisha was going through. See, Tisha, this is how when you show up differently, people don't see you as much of a fool. Cause y'all think when I be talking about Charles and Angela, like I'm, like I don't know. I don't know what you think I'm saying when I say the truth of how I view them. Like I don't know what you think I'm saying, but nobody's like the bad guy per se, but people can be better. And I do think that when women are in relationships like this, they're selling themselves short when the men are not emotionally validating and don't want to say that they love you in front of people. Like, yeah, I'm sorry. I do think that if I were or any other woman were to be in a relationship with somebody like that, it would hurt. And over time, it would feel like something you always feel disappointed by. And it's such a simple thing to do for somebody. I don't understand why you feel like you should go through that type of pain in a relationship. It's something so simple. So whenever it's something so fucking simple as to say you love somebody publicly and you won't do it, there's a reason why. There's always a reason why. And it's not because that's just the way you are. That's not true. No. I don't I don't believe that, bitch. Okay? Um so yeah, y'all. And where is Kimmy looking? Cuz Kimmy don't look like she looking at us. Like everybody else look like they looking at us and she look like she's looking down. Yeah, this whole little picture looks real weird. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why it was edited together like this with Canva, but I feel like they could have done a little bit better. Yeah, the photo looks cluttered. Like, I don't know why y'all couldn't get all of these people in the same place at the same time and get them to stand together and take a fucking picture. You know what I mean? I don't get it. I really don't. But yeah, y'all, I guess we'll see what goes on. We'll see what's going on with them later. We will. Let's go ahead and move on. I wanted to start off a little fun, a little light with y'all before we get into like the ignorant shit. And I wanted to go here. Let's go here first. First of all, I don't know if y'all know about the group Guy, made up of How to Lie the Lady Teddy. Okay. Y'all know Teddy down there. Okay. Y'all, what's Teddy last name? I be forgetting. But that's Teddy. Y'all know Teddy. Okay. Aaron Hall, who is an intense unsafe nigga. And his brother, Damien, over there in the corner. Now I'm gonna tell y'all, just like this picture, who the fuck really knew Damien? Thank you, Teddy Riley. Thank you, Teddy Riley. Thank you. I don't know why my mind wanted to go to another Teddy, and I knew that wasn't right. So thank you, Teddy Riley. We know about Teddy Riley. Okay, Teddy Riley has been in so many groups, it's ridiculous. He's been in Guy. There was something that they were in before Guy. Then he was in Blackstreet. Child, what else? Teddy has been in a few groups, child. Okay. Blackstreet was real good. But Damian Hall from the group Guy had something very interesting to say. First of all, looking at the nigga, I want to laugh. I don't know why. The glasses, everything, the sweatshirt, the gold, I just want to laugh. I'm gonna let him talk.
No group better than Guy.
Mm-hmm. Flat out.
Period.
So hold on, OG. No group better than Guy.
You know, whenever somebody call you an OG, it's because they don't want to disrespect you.
Nope.
The Jacksons.
No, listen. Stop.
I'm just saying. I'm finna
Stop.
go down the line.
Stop.
You know what I mean?
No, stop. Listen.
Mm-hmm.
From when I came in
Mm-hmm.
to where we are,
Okay.
again, two groups that will always be my everything.
Yeah. New Edition.
New Edition and Tony.
Tony. Okay.
All these other groups.
So you're giving it to mint condition.
What? Okay, I'm gonna say one thing. Stokely's one of the dopest musicians on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
Don't play with him.
Chris,
Mm-hmm.
who played with him,
Mhm.
if you ever saw them perform
Mm-hmm.
stage as musicians, they were incredible.
Yeah.
I say one thing to people when people ask me this question. It's not cocky, it's just real.
Mhm.
Did we ever open up for them niggas?
Mm-hmm.
I was sorry. Did we ever open up for them niggas? I'm sorry. I love the way he said that shit, y'all. I was dying laughing watching that shit. And then I really wanted to run this for y'all right quick, because I feel like even though I enjoyed his very theatrical way of saying that bullshit, I'm sorry, sir. There are so many groups better than you and your weird ass group. Okay? And don't get me wrong, I love me some Guy, y'all. But to be clear, Jodeci is a better group, but I feel like you can't really say that because Jodeci is influenced by Guy, and I guess that's the idea, that Guy was so influential in creating New Jack Swing music that everybody that came after them is a byproduct of them. And so they feel like that means nobody was better. But I feel like then we should be able to say the same thing about Guy jacking the shit out at the Gap Band. Like, if you actually listen to it, to me, I can hear how Teddy Riley is heavily influenced with the music with Guy that he created. It's heavily influenced by Uncle Charlie and the Gap Band and all of those 70s and 80s groups that created that R&B pop sound that became, dance music and shit in the 80s, outstanding. Dun, 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 dun. Girl, you knock me out. You know what I'm saying? Like, that sound, I think, influenced what we get in the New Jack Swing era. Because Teddy's Jam is one of my favorite songs. There are no real words for Teddy's Jam. Oh, okay. Oh, there are no real words. Oh, it's runs. Like, Aaron just goes ape shit with the runs. Okay. Like, Teddy's Jam is literally one of my Teddy Jam is one of my favorite songs. No words. Okay. Let's chill. Let's chill. Yeah, yeah. Let's settle down. Do what I wanna do. Okay. Groove me, baby, tonight. That's like the lady. Yes. Okay. Yeah. That rocks. Please don't get me wrong. And a bitch favorite of their fast songs. I like the way you hold me, the way you touch me. I like, I like it. I like, hey, ooh, hey. My dreams are now reality. Yes, Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. Yes, you are absolutely right about Teddy copying them too. Yes, that sound is also similar to me. I love, oh my God, a playlist of music produced by Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis is usually my fave. They really are the ones, like with Prince and all of them. Like that specific sound with Prince, with tonight living in a fantasy, my own little nice deep world, like all of that into the Janet music. Oh my God. Janet's work with them is literally her best shit. Oh my God. Something want to tell you. Listen, people be playing, but Janet Jackson slow cuts to everything, especially those closer to the 80s slow cuts. What? Stop playing with me, bro. Anyway, but okay. Favorite besides Teddy Jam is "You Can Have a Piece of My Love," waiting for you, waiting for you. Girl, it's true. I do love you. Ooh. Listen, guy, you have an excellent catalog, money. But those are about the most. And there are other songs, but to me, those are y'all's top few songs. Jodeci has more songs that I could go through than y'all do. Okay? Jodeci is a better group than y'all as far as I'm concerned. Who else is a better group? Drew Hill is a better group than y'all. Who else? I would say Mint Condition. Yes, the people that he named, Tony, Tone. Okay. They feel that they're by another new edition. They're not going to compare themselves to the people that they actually came under. So okay, but everybody like behind y'all, Boys to Men was a better group than Guy. Like the truth of the matter is, Aaron is the only person singing in Guy. If we really telling the truth, Damien, you probably were singing, but I couldn't hear you, money. I couldn't hear you. I couldn't hear you. Okay. So yeah, no. Tony, yeah. Like I would not say Jagged Edge was a better group. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that at all. I don't feel like, to me, Jagged Edge, even though they were good, please don't get me wrong, I feel like they ran for such a, small period of time. Y'all know when people be wanting your attention and you be trying to decide whether you're gonna give it to them or not. Like, nah, I'm gonna make you starve a little bit more. All right. So from there, that was fun. Y'all know I love the music. Okay. Shout out to Scotty by Nature. We did a really dope live the other day, like last week, about R&B groups. I don't know if y'all saw it. I posted it on the community page. It was so fun. So y'all should definitely check that out. We definitely went through all of the music of the girl groups. It was fun. Our Kelly stole Aaron Hall. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. He absolutely did. He absolutely did.
I'm so
Feel like after he was done stealing Aaron Hall's style, he then stole Joe's style. And I don't think people picked up on it. But was it the 12 play album that R. Kelly did? Let me see which album that was. Baby, You can have all of me, but I'm not totally free. I can't tell you everything that's going on, baby. There's a few things in my past that should not be explained. Yeah. Wait for a little while, please. Okay, yeah, 12 play. It was 12 play, y'all. That album, he stole Joe's style. And I don't think people had picked up on it. But because I think I heard Joe say it like one time in like one of those, like, TV1 show interviews about how R. Kelly, like, he shaves his head bald like him and is like kind of jocking his style. And it was like nobody really noticed it. But it was okay. You know why, Joe? Because you're still here. You're not in jail. We'll be getting to R. Kelly later. And we can sing your music without feeling, creepy about it. Because I swear, y'all know all of these niggas that we talk about, from Diddy to R. Kelly to Bill Cosby, I was right there with y'all. I loved these niggas. I did. I did, girl. I loved them. I did. Okay? As much as you can love people you don't know who do music you really like. I did, girl. I did. Okay. Some of my best lesbian times in high school was to an R. Kelly track. Okay? I have my own memories. But at the same time, that nigga need to be exactly where he at. Y'all gotta stop letting, slow rich niggas assault everybody. Okay? I don't care how much you like their music, baby. Once we found out, he should have been in jail before y'all hoes was able to dance down to the, oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, he should have been in jail before that. Girl, I know there is somebody's birthday. That nigga should have been in jail before that. Hating him is like hating ice cream. Yeah, no, not the same. Not the same. Y'all can say what you want to. Ice cream's not out here raping the kids. The kids will be okay if they eat the ice cream. They won't be okay if they come into contact with Robert. They won't. Let's move on, everybody. Let's get into it. Here we go.
So many DMs about this girl I posted with these roasted chicken thighs. I understand that a lot of y'all don't get my personality or my dark humor. I actually meant to post that on my spam page because the girls over there, they get it. And the niggas over there, they get it. This shit's fun. I post so much stupid ass shit anyway on my spam page, and we all just have a key, and it's so funny. I'm not body shaming. Like, this generation is sensitive as fuck. Take me back to Bernie Mac. Take me back. Oh my God, Cat Williams, Dave Chappelle. Like, y'all are so sensitive. I love her. I don't even know this girl. She's bad as fuck. She looks so good. It was not in that way. It was funny because it's ridiculous. Like, who would put roasted chicken legs on somebody? That's so funny. It has nothing to do with the girl. Like, I have so many DMs about this.
Okay, so like, I think I think stupid people don't know when they're stupid, and so they think everybody else doesn't get something, and it's like, no, honey, we get it. Do you get it? Because in my mind, the only way this would be an actual moment of us not getting it is if you were making fun of her to make fun of yourself. If it were to be like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all look at me. Like, if your spam account has a whole bunch of people that have already experienced you making fun of yourself with what you've done to your body, then okay, girl, I would get it. I'd be like, you know what? They don't even know she making fun of herself, and we always be talking about how she be looking like, she be looking like a roasted turkey or some shit whenever she pop out. And so when this first was posted, y'all, I only saw Summer Walker. I didn't see what Summer Walker actually posted that had everybody on her neck. And I remember saying that I thought it was so interesting for someone who's changed their entire appearance based on trends and criticism, that she would be judging somebody else who did it. Because it's like, girl, you know that's you, right? You went and did the shit to yourself, right? Like that's what I thought was funny about and interesting about this. It's like, girl. And then somebody asked me, and this is when I talk about you bitches being delusional. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I gotta stop. You women being delusional. I'm trying to do better. Okay. When women get in the comments and say to me, how you know she got surgery for those reasons? How you know? Well, see, I was alive in the 90s when nobody was getting BBLs. So I can assume that y'all are doing that because it's trendy. It's trendy. And because it's going out of style now, a lot of people in Hollywood are no longer getting them. They're actually getting them reduced. It's a trend, bitch. And I'm not delusional. Also, I know that whenever women are in the music industry, there's always some weird ass dude or some weird ass female. And I'm calling them a female because these are not the type of women that I would like to call women. Okay. Because they're okay when men call them females because they're pick me's. Anybody that would pressure a young woman into getting a BBL so that she can physically compete with other artists, that's criticism, pressure. I don't feel like she really wanted to do that all on her own. No, I think outside influences made her want to do that. I think outside influences make everybody want to get BBLs. You sit on your ass. girl, I get it. I know why you want to look the way you want to look because essentially being unattractive or bad built, so to speak, quote unquote, is a terrible, situation. Like it's not a good situation. You don't feel good about yourself based on what everybody else finds attractive. So you didn't look at yourself and you like, well, I don't look like that. So I guess something's wrong with me. Like we all have these thoughts and feelings, bitch. Do you think y'all living in a vacuum when y'all go get these surgeries? Like, do y'all think those of us who didn't go get the surgery don't get why you got the surgery? Like the thought didn't cross our minds or some shit? The thought crossed. And then it went back out into sea, never to be seen or heard from again as far as I'm concerned when it comes to a BBL. Okay? I think about shit like lipo. Okay? I think about shit like the boop boops. You know? I was really thinking about the boop boop, but then my sister told me about a serum, and then I was just like, oh, all right, then I don't need to do that. But I'm just saying, we all fall victim to these pressures. And some of y'all really fall victim to the pressures because you let it, make you go make yourself look weird. Okay? It's okay, girl. It's okay. We all make our choices. It's fine. It's okay. Everybody does it. It's fine. Okay? But I do feel like, it's some mean girl shit to make fun of somebody and then say you not making fun of them, that you just saying it's so ridiculous for somebody to make somebody's legs look like a chicken. Like, girl, what? Oh, so we slow because we feel like this funny shade that you trying to tell us is not shade is shade. Okay, girl. I don't know. I don't know, girl. I don't know what you want me to say, but it did feel like some mean girl shit. And it felt like some mean girl shit that you do amongst other mean girls. And that's great for y'all. But y'all are also the same people y'all are making fun of. And I find that funny that y'all are over there like seemingly unaware that you're making fun of yourselves when you make fun of other people. I don't know. What Prince said, when you try to play me, you play yourself. That's what Prince said, girl. Now, truer words were never said. All right, let's go into these looks, girl. Okay, I want to start off with the fun shit. Okay, before I get into the dumb shit, girl. Okay, I want us to be a little light before we drift into the heavy. It ain't gonna be that heavy. I'm gonna try to make it somewhat funny. My God. Y'all here for it? I think every body is on some big bird shit, some chicken shit. I don't know. Let's go through the looks, okay? Let's start off with Portia. Yes. I'm no hater, bitch. Yes. The only thing I don't really like is her wig. I don't really like her wig. I feel like, I know the girls have been doing that, but I do think it's time for us to, you know, go back to weaves. I do. I do think it's time for us to. Are you gonna go to a half wig with some leave out? But y'all getting the lace front wigs and then forcing the hair down and then creating that hump. Yeah, that's the only thing. When I saw a close up of it, and I'm also looking at it here, and I don't like the way that's done, and I just don't like that in general. I've seen girls doing that, and I'm like, yeah, you might as well just go ahead and pull out some of your own hair, girl. You know what I mean? Or her hair short. That's a possibility. That very much is. And that's why I just kind of feel like, okay, then we need to go back to weaves. Like weaves used to work when girls had short hair. Like you get somebody that know how to blend. You get somebody that know how to blend, girl. But this pushed back and up thing, girl, I don't like it. I don't. I'ma just say that. But I do love this dress. I do love the dress. I love how it looks like, anatomic, like a robot type of situation. Um, love the gold on her. Beautiful. Love the jewelry, love the shoes, love the pose. Portia's giving. Yes, girl. Yes. Drew. Drew, hold up. Who did it, Drew? Who did it, Drew? Who was the stylist? You and Portia can't still be sharing the same stylist. Because I would feel like they definitely didn't do you the justice that they should have done you. Because, girl, what the fuck is a chicken hoe? That's what this looked like to me. What is a chicken hoe? I don't know if y'all have ever seen Woo, but this is giving chicken hoe. Okay. And when I say that, y'all, this is not like actually calling her a whore. Like she doesn't look like overly sexual. That's not what I mean. But if you've ever seen that movie, Woo, you know why I'm saying she looks like a chicken hoe. Okay. I'm not gonna explain it to you. But if you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. Okay. Drew, I also don't like this hair choice with the feathers. If you know what, that's really the biggest thing. Whoever did this hair, like, no, to me, it should have been shorter hair because the way it's clashing with the feathers and with the dress is just giving way too much at the top. Like it should have been an updo with this dress, and then maybe I would have felt differently. But looking at it all together, the hair, the feathers, yeah, I don't really like it. I don't really like it. It's absolutely giving, chicken hoe, and I love you, Drew. You're still a very beautiful woman. Don't get me wrong. Your boobs look great. Your face is beautiful. But the hair cuts you off at the neck, and that's a lot of the times your issue. I think because Drew is short, sometimes it looks like she's cutting off her neck. So I feel like I need her to remember to put her shoulders back and to allow for décolletage to be created, like elongate her neck. Like she needs to do better than this. Because I believe that she can. I believe that Drew could have ate and she just didn't. Cynthia, I actually love this. I think it's giving friend of the show in the most classy base manner. I think that's a nice Vivica Fox wig. Okay. Because that's what it's giving, bitch. It's giving, half synthetic, half human, shake and go. But you're an older woman, and I don't mind like those wigs on older women because it's giving, bitch. I'm not about to do all of that. I just want to put this on when I come and see y'all, and when I get home, I want to be able to take this shit right the fuck off. Okay, and you know what? I'm not mad at y'all. I'm not. I think Cynthia looks beautiful. I think I love the dress. I like how it shapes her body. Like very, very nice. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it, Sin. Love it. Is that what you're going to do? I know you Lestat. I know you crave to have the world at your feet. Bitch, if she don't look like Queen Nakasha for Halloween, bitch, I know something. Okay? What? You fell away. What more can I say? The feelings evolve. I won't let it out. I can't replace your screaming face. Feeling the sickness inside. Why won't you die? Your blood and mine will be fine. Then your body will be. Ariel, the world is a mess. The seaweed is always greener in somebody else's. You dream about going up there. Oh, but that is a big mistake. Just think of the world around you right here on the ocean floor. Such wonderful things around you. What more is you looking for? Under the sea. Under the sea. Darling, it's bitter. Down where it's wetter. Take it from me. Up on the shore, they work all day. Under the sun, we slave away. Who are they devoting? Full time me floating under the sea. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. All right. Okay. Oh, girl, King Triton wants his motherfucking jewelry back, bitch. Oh my god. I'm sorry, y'all. Because what the fuck? This world is corrupt, corrupt, corrupt. I'm sorry, y'all. She just giving so many things at one time. I'm sorry. Oh shit. Um I'm trying to pull it together, y'all. I'm trying to pull it together. Oh, um, I just her face looks like when they AI baby people. Just look at her face. Her face looks like when somebody AI babies a grown adult. That's what she looked like to me. Like it looks like she wants to look like a child or something. In the face and around her head. The earrings with the headpiece is just a no. Um, her body looks really beautiful. I actually don't mind that bodice, but this long ass skirt, I just don't think it does anything for her figure. I think that short women should wear dresses that elongate them, which means, girl, at some point we gonna have to stop wearing clothes made for big bitches. I know, girl. It's me and you too. It's not just you. It's me too. When you short and they make all the clothes for tall bitches, you just don't know how to dress. You don't know what to do when all of the clothes are meant for somebody with long legs and shit. Looks like, somebody gave her Portia's other option. I like her shoes, but the hair, the headpiece, and the earrings are not good. And I do wish that her dress was shorter because I feel like it always looks like you're being, enveloped in too much material. But yeah, no, I think it's funny more than anything else. Shamia. Okay, Shamia. Shamia looks sad in the face. You know, like she does, but she looks beautiful. I think the dress is beautiful. I do. I love like as a New Orleanian, you know what I'm saying? As a as a child from a family of Mardi Gras engines. Okay. I love this. I love the bead work. It's beautiful. It's really, really beautiful. Yeah, she looks amazing. I do wish she would have done something different with her hair, and that's only because I feel like we're always seeing this bob. Like this Dora the Explorer bob that everybody likes to wear, girl. I just, you know, I just I just want something else. That's all. But she looks beautiful. Yes, Angela. Yes, girl. This is a round of applause, not just for Angela, also for Shamia. Okay, also for Cynthia. It wasn't just for Portia, girl. Yes, Angela. Yes. Shoes, dress, body, wiggage. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Love it all. Love it. Yeah. Just like a birdie. I just wanna fly free and on a piece of land somewhere, somewhere, somewhere out in a country. Oh, mm, yeah. Temperatures about 100 degrees. Like what the fuck? Like it's giving trapped. It's giving hot. It's giving live. Lie, girl. Why? Like why? Just why? Somebody fixed it for her. It might have been Miles. Let me see. Did I save the one where they actually fixed it for her? I don't think I saved it. Child, let me see if y'all let me just see if Messy Miles fixed this shit and posted it on his page. Cause I temperature about 100 degrees. Like I got changed to me. Blackmail in a family of three. Been right on my destiny. Look at I'm fly away. Cause I'm too much for the man. No, he didn't do it for her. He just did it for Phaedra. He just did it for Phaedra. Okay. Y'all, Kelly. I don't know why Kelly did this to herself. Kelly, Kelly, Kelly. Kelly, Kelly, Kelly. Why, girl? Why? 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 I mean, I just I feel like when you don't know what to say, you shouldn't force yourself to say something. If she did not like, okay, so I feel like Kelly does not like the fact that she looks like a kid to people. I think the best way to do that is to stop dressing in ruffles. I think she likes frilly ruffles and all of that, but she's little bitty. And so I feel like in order to not look like a member of, the Lollipop Guild, it would probably, help if she would stop overdressing herself with all of this fucking material. She does it all the time. She always has on too much fucking material. No, y'all, I'm naturally this goofy. I'm sorry. I didn't know y'all knew. I am naturally funny. Whether I was sober or not, I would be laughing at these hoes. I don't know what y'all want from me. I don't know how we could not laugh at this. I was like this before I even started doing any of that. Ask people who went to school with me. I've always been, a tad bit funny, just a smidge. Girl, this outfit is so terrible. My God, today. Like, what is that? You just had a flower on one titty. She got a flower on one titty. Then look at the bottom of the skirt. She is the flower. Then she added this drapery that looks like a curtain onto the back of the skirt. When you could have just did the short look and just make sure that it's long enough that when you sit down, you're not showing everybody your hoo-ha. Because I know that's the reason why a lot of the ladies don't want to wear short dresses, because they're sitting down and the way the cameras are angled towards them, they don't want, their coochies on display. Okay? So yeah, I'm just so sad about whatever's happening here. I'm just sad about it. I don't know who styled her. Maybe she isn't nice to her stylist, because I don't know. This doesn't feel like they like her. It doesn't feel like they like her. I do like the wig. Her wig is laid. I don't like the way she's overlined her lips in order to overly exaggerate that already, surgical big lip, Mrs. Who Knows. Y'all know what's so annoying when people act like they don't understand, what I'm saying, this being like a trans girl aesthetic. But if you go look at what women look like in the 90s and the early 2000s, this was not it. Whether they were white or black, this is how the trans girls actually looked. The fact that people don't know, because somebody said to me, they don't feel like Nene was trying to look like a trans girl. She was trying to look like a white woman. And I'm like, yeah, no, because even white women weren't doing all of that. White women were not doing all of that. Please understand that whenever white women do something, they got it from somebody else. When it comes to like a look, an aesthetic, they're plain Janes at heart. Anything they do that's extra, they got it from somebody black. The nails, the swoops. Okay. Now they want to do baby hair and shit. Like, no. But the trans girls are the ones that needed to go and get their faces done like this in order to look more feminized. So that's another reason why. And I feel like I hate the fact that some people don't know this. Like, this is the reason why you contour your face the way you do now. Nobody was contouring their face like the way they do now. Like, it was a modeling technique and it was something the trans girls did. But in real life, people who used foundation and blush, women that put on mascara and eyeliner, those types of makeup, they did not do a whole bunch of concealing and drawing in these lines to create the face and all of that, to create a softer cheekbone and all of that. Yeah, women didn't have to do that. That was started because the trans girls had to find a way to feminize their faces. That's where that extra hard beat came from. Because women didn't have to do all of that. They put on a lot of the times, if women didn't have bad skin, you put on a little blush, a little eyeliner and mascara, a little lip, and you walk out the fucking door. We didn't even like do all of that foundation and shit back in the day neither. Because as black women, it was so hard to find foundation colors that actually matched. If you go and look at pictures from the 90s, all of the actresses have like a white cast that's on their face. And that's because the makeup was not their shade. Because it wasn't made for them. Like, women weren't doing these things, y'all, because they didn't have to. And then trans girls do it, you like it, and you start doing it yourself because you're like, oh, that's pretty. I like that. This specific aesthetic, not wearing makeup, y'all, but the aesthetic of the way, because I remember when it was actually happening. So that's why I know this. I also went to Jean Casablanca modeling school, and that was the only place I had ever seen people do all of that contouring around the face. Cheekbones, here, your nose, doing it on the sides of your head. All of that shit that y'all do now, that literally came with YouTube and y'all watching everybody do makeup tutorials, teaching y'all how to do that. People in the 90s weren't doing their makeup like that. It was a very soft thing. Fashion fair. Yes, my mama used to use fashion fair. Child, if you grew up with a black mama, child, your house usually used to have like ombre rose perfume, bitch. What's the ember? What's the the face cream and the bleach and all of that. I know y'all know what I'm talking about. Oh my God, my clothes. Please, Jesus. Mary Kay was another one. Yes, my mama sold Mary Kay, girl. Yes. Okay. Yes, girl. Well, yeah, she sold it because she used to let them come and put their shit in the hair salon. Ambi. Thank you. Thank you, Ambi. Black women had Ambi, cocoa butter. Okay. What else we used to have in our house all the time? Perfect for perms. Okay. Come on, perfect for Mazzani. Okay. Come on, black girls. Come on, black girls. Yeah, we have our things. Please don't get us wrong. And because I grew up in a hair salon, love hair stores. Like I really, just because y'all don't see it in my aesthetic, doesn't mean that I did not grow up watching women and the way we adorned ourselves. Like I very much learned from my mom growing up in a hair salon, and the other girls, my cousins and everybody. Oh yeah, no. See, and let me tell y'all something. That's another thing. When your mama an actual hairdresser, you don't have pink lotion in your house. You don't. You had that perfect for perms cream. If your mama went if your mama was actually doing hair for real, because that pink moisturizer was a regular house thing. My mama actually, was a hairdresser. So all of her product was professional product. Everything we used on our hair in the house was only shit you could get at Sally's back in the day. Like, I feel like they just started, not just, but like in recent years, they would start selling Mazzani and Perfect for Perms, Razak, that type of stuff. Like you used to have to use your your license to get some of that stuff, girl. Yes, my mama was a hairdresser. She hated pink lotion. Yes. You know why? Because it's drying. It makes your hair feel like it's moisturizing when you put it on top, but it doesn't actually sink into the hair shaft. It it don't, girl. Listen, I need to let y'all know, okay? But that's why I noticed beauty standards and all of that, y'all. It was like a really big part of my life growing up, being in the hair salon all the time. So yeah, y'all, it's okay. It's okay, y'all. Ain't nothing wrong with it. I feel like everybody should do what makes them feel beautiful, but it does come from somewhere. It does come from somewhere. It does. You know what I'm saying? But the women all still look beautiful, even though some of them look a mess. So all in all, we'll give them all a 'cause all the black girls are beautiful. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. 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 In the cut. It was Thursday night. Help me, and things to the right. Sorry, y'all. I was listening to that song before I came up here, and now, we about to tear the roof off. Yeah. Oakland style, Oakland style, Oakland style, Oakland style, Oakland style. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to see where I want to go. Let's go to Peter and Amina.
Oh my.
Okay. So y'all, we already talked about Amina. We played it yesterday. She said she's homeless and now making money off of social media. We watched it. Peter Gunz said he was gonna go live. She talked about how she makes money from being on social media. I also feel like, when you're impoverished, if you have a fan base, you tell them that you're impoverished and they help you. Like it's usually how that happens. And you don't have to give, but I don't necessarily feel like people are wrong for that. You got to get it how you live. Let's see what Peter Gunz said to Godfrey.
May not let you back in this motherfucker, Amina. You and I know why. So now I'm gonna have to fly in to LAX in the event that they don't let you in to get my kids, because I'm not gonna. I wouldn't want that to happen.
Right.
Well, we're not in any type of situation with Germany, though. Are we in some type of situation with Germany? Last time I checked, Germany wasn't on a list of places you need to worry about. Last time I checked, and she does have dual citizenship. And another thing is that she's been going back and forth to Germany for years now. We've seen it.
Right. So Amina says to me, Peter, if they don't let me back in, it's just meant for me to stay in Germany. I literally had to sign for my kids to go. I wasn't comfortable with it. Not at this date and time with what's going on with ICE and all this crazy shit. Hence the reason why we married. Anyway.
Don't act like you married that girl just so she could stay in the country, oh bitch ass nigga. That wasn't the only reason. That wasn't the only reason. You wanted to create further triangulation with Tara. Something tells me that igniting Tara fighting over him made him like fall in love with Tara all over again. And when I say that, I'm saying that loosely because I don't believe he actually loves himself, let alone those women, let alone those children. I think they're possessions. They're things that make him feel like he's done something in this world because outside of that, what has he done?
If I'm being honest with you on some brother shit, the last thing I would ever do is lie.
Right.
To you. I would never lie or
You
cap.
never lie. You never lie.
I love my kids, bro. My kids can never be homeless.
Real shit.
I have an apartment in Dallas. I said, Amina, just go stay in Dallas. Live there. What am I gonna do in Dallas? Live rent free? Swim? Go at amenities, chill for a little bit, give me a breather because I can't pay rent every multiple places. Get a place up in Dallas. Trump may not let you back in this.
Okay. So first of all, I don't see any reason why she wouldn't be let back in the country. Either way, she's been going back and forth between Germany and here for years now. It was never a problem for him before. I do understand a fear that she may not be let back in, but like she said, it would then be meant for her to stay in Germany. And I feel like if you really love and care about your kids, it might be better for them to stay in Germany. The school systems might be better in Germany. They might have a better shot at not growing up in a toxic ass environment here in America if they stay in Germany. Like I don't agree that those kids need to stay here just because you're here. I also feel like you have never seen, moved as if you cared about those kids. Like I know you say you love them and I'm sure it shows up in a certain manner for you. Like there's care, but I don't think you take on the day-to-day with those children in the way that the women do. So I do think it's up to the women. And when it comes to people saying, "Oh, Dallas is affordable," like Amina cannot want to live in Dallas, y'all. I know everybody feels like, "Oh, you're homeless, so that means you shouldn't have a choice. You should just go live where he's offering you." If I don't want to live in Dallas, y'all, I'm not going to live in Dallas. I don't, you know what I mean? Like like, I'm sorry, y'all, but if she doesn't want to live in Dallas, she doesn't have to live in Dallas. And I also feel like if she went there, when she says, "What am I going to do there?" it means what am I going to do? How am I going to work there? In any capacity. There's no like it's Dallas. Dallas is a business place and it's a place where you need money, y'all. It's a place where you need money. Dallas is not a cheap place to live. And all he's saying is, I already own a place in Dallas. That's all he's saying. I already own a place in Dallas. If you want somewhere to live, go move to Dallas. Well, I don't want to live in Dallas. So I would rather just go back to Germany with my kids and be with my family, where not only do I have a place to stay, but I have people to help me with the kids. You know what I mean? I have people to help me. My sisters are here. My family is here. And honestly, y'all, America is way too volatile right now. I don't care what nobody's talking about. I think if he actually really understood what was going on in a world right now, he would feel like Germany might be a safer place for his biracial children to grow up than here in America under these current circumstances. And he doesn't have enough money. He has not created a stable life in order to provide them anything. So they shouldn't really be staying here just because of him. Like, no, I actually feel like good. Be in Germany, girl. Be with your family. Be where you have help. You know what I'm saying? Like, exactly. She needs her family around her. Those kids need their aunts, their grandparents. They don't need to be somewhere where it's just them and their mom by themselves. She probably has so much family there. The kids probably have cousins and shit there. And I get they got a whole bunch of kids with Peter, but Peter, I feel like you don't seem to have anything that you can really offer her without it coming with strings or stress. Because if that was the case, I bet you she would have just been living with you and had them kids if that was the case. But you want her to just be close enough so that you can access her when you feel like it without her really being dependent upon you. That's what it feels like to me. Germany is a better option. Germany is a better option than Dallas as far as I'm concerned. The fuck? I'm gonna let him finish.
I send Amina thousands every month.
Yeah.
Whatever she asks, she will get on here and tell you the truth. It's just that she wasn't able to hold her side of shit up. She felt like she, you know, like, damn, this is just, I'm just.
What do you mean her side? She couldn't hold her side of the shit up. What does that mean? You know, y'all, please don't misunderstand me. Amina is a bird, girl. Bird. But I also feel like that's even more so a reason why she needs to be around her family. And I don't know how many thousands of dollars you sending her, but she seems to be taking care of her children. Like her children seem to be healthy and fed. And so I personally feel like I don't know what the fuck you talking about. She not doing her half of it. Her half is her raising those children and not really being able to drop them off by you and just get ghost like you do. Like she's raising the kids. What do you mean she's not doing her part? I don't understand.
I'm stressed. I need
You're not doing your part is really what's happening. Niggas are always projecting.
to go, so I let her go. But I had
Let her go because you can't offer her anything. That's why you had to let her go.
no idea that she was gonna leave the world thinking that she was homeless. I bought a round trip ticket. They come back on the 23rd of August. We
Right.
got the Airbnb in LA. I was gonna pay that up for a couple of months. Why tell the world? And it's just like I feel.
Are you embarrassed because she says she's homeless? Peter, sweetheart. He's a bird too, y'all. He's a bird too. He thinks he's so much smarter because he learned the dentist method and pimp logic to use on women. But yo, Peter, sweetheart, you were living with Tara when we met you and trying to force Amina into a contract and trying to get that other nigga that you was in business with, Rich Dollars. Y'all were all trying to like pimp those women out by getting them into these contracts so that y'all could make money off of their bookings and all of that shit, right? Like that's what y'all were trying to get y'all money off of. Y'all were always pimping, and it hasn't really done the thing for Peter that it did for Rich. I think Rich has been able to actually like keep his shit together. But that's also because Rich hasn't gone around having children all over the place. I don't know if y'all know. I think Rich has one daughter. I think Rich has one daughter. That's the reason why Rich still has money. Peter has like 10 kids. And I think a lot of them are grown, but I know Tyra and Amina's kids, and I believe Amina has 2 and Tyra has 3, I believe. So just those 5 kids have got to still be under the age of 18. And that's if I'm right, because y'all know the year's been running together. But Tara posted a video confirming what Peter said. Listen, I'm not saying that Peter is lying about being able to offer her a certain amount of money and all of that. What I'm saying is that is still not enough. That's still not enough. And I do feel like Amina needs to go do something else. But I also feel like her going back to Germany is the something else that she should be doing at this moment.
So fucked up. I feel a little betrayed in a way because
You feel embarrassed because it's basically showing that you are incapable of taking care of your children's mothers to the point that they're not homeless. But Peter, sweetheart, you don't. You don't, love. You don't have it like that. And you never did. And that's why everybody was telling you that you were wrong for getting those women pregnant, because you couldn't financially secure them at any time. Like at any time that we've known you, you've never been able to financially secure the women and the children that you create families with. Peter, the audacity of you to feel embarrassed by the fact that her being homeless means that you're not financially able to provide them with a comfortable lifestyle, but you're not. Even if she was living at that house that you already own, allegedly, she would still need money for groceries. She would need money for the amenities that she and the children would need. Children are always growing. They always need new clothes. If they go to school or some, like, they need other things besides just a place to stay. And yes, Amina is very talented. But the music industry is not a place where a lot of people can actually make money. And I also feel like Amina is not really homeless, y'all. What Amina is saying is, I could not afford the house I was living in. And so now I'm sleeping on the floor at my parents, at my family's house until I can get on my feet. Erica De Niro looked up his net worth yesterday, and I think she said it was around 500K. Yeah, y'all, 500K with how many children and how many baby mamas getting child support? I'm sure he is sending money, and I'm still sure that it's not enough. And I hate the fact that Tara always feels the need to defend him because, this is my child's father. Like, girl, shut the fuck up. Because you was over there letting that nigga live with you while you was at work and he was cheating on you, fucking and playing around in the studio, acting like he was doing something while your ass was at work trying to figure out how you was gonna take care of you and them children. Just because them niggas dick y'all down good and go do some shit so they can come throw you money ever so often, that makes you feel like they're doing enough. But if they were doing enough, you wouldn't have looked as tired as you was them first couple of seasons of Love and Hip Hop. It wasn't until you got on Love and Hip Hop that I feel like you was able to hustle and parlay yourself into getting other forms of income. But to be very fucking clear, all of y'all had babies with a bum. All of y'all had babies with a fucking bum, with a man that is not stable enough to make life comfortable for all of the women and children that he has. And Tara, he was relying on you because the apartment that y'all were living in was yours. He said he sent her thousands of dollars every month. How many thousands, sir? How many? Because 50 Cent was sending his baby mama $4,500 a month in New York, and I still felt like that wasn't enough. Especially because of dealing with him and having a baby for that nigga. No, you need to pay me just because I have to deal with you. I should get paid way more money just because I got to deal with your ignorant ass. Why get pregnant if you're not going to be financially secured? You can struggle alone with kids. You know why they get pregnant? Because they're birds wrapped up in the myth of love. And they felt like they loved Peter because nobody knows what the fuck love truly is. But they thought they loved him. And so they let him beast fuck them and put babies inside of them so he can trap them into being connected to him for the rest of their lives. But they're birds. And he calls triangulation. So they're forever in just triangle mode, as far as I'm concerned. And I think Tara eats energetically off the fact that she feels like she's the one he actually loves the most, even though Tara was the one that, Amina was the one that actually got the marriage certificate out of him. But yeah, I'm not disagreeing with what he's saying. I'm just saying you could do all of that, and she still don't have to stay here if she don't want to, and it's still fucking expensive. Like,
she knows that could never be.
Yeah.
It makes me look crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
but you do look crazy. And I hate the way that y'all are always placing y'all's image on some woman's back. The truth of the matter is Amina knew she would get more followers if she told y'all that she was homeless and then document the situation. She's copying off of Dawn Robinson. That's copying off of some lesser known content creators that are already doing that shit. People are always trying to capitalize on their poverty now that we have social media. Like, I'm not tripping. I'm not tripping about it. I see what it is. I also see how much of a pick-me Amina is, how she doesn't seem to be able to create something stable for herself. And that usually shows an issue within herself. But I also feel like Peter Gunz goes around getting lobotomized women pregnant and then wondering why they do these things. And he's just like, oh my God, why would she do this? Like, dude, what are you talking about? You specifically picked women who you knew were lacking in their understanding on some level, and you exploited that fact. And then when those women continue to have that same kind of not all there mindset in life, now you stress the fuck out. Why would she make me look like a bum? Nigga, you are a bum.
Fucked up.
Saying on there, thank God for my family in Germany. I'm the only one that was giving her money monthly.
You the only one that should have been giving her money monthly, nigga. You the baby's daddy.
I'm the reason you're
What do you mean, wow, Godfrey? What do you mean, wow?
in Germany. I paid for your flights and everything. Even
So if you paid for her to go out there, what are we talking about? Both of y'all are on the internet acting mad and upset and performing so that y'all can get money off the internet. That's what this is giving to me. That's what this is giving to me. Peter's in on it. Tara's in on it. Everybody just wants to create all of this drama around them so that Amina can get her little money over there on TikTok. This is a family effort as far as I'm concerned. It's a family effort to come to us with the bullshit so that they can capitalize off of it, so that they can make her little money on TikTok. And she not making that much. She not making that much. But if she continues to post and eventually she'll be, she'll have to be enslaved to the posting, because I feel like y'all gotta, no, they're not married anymore. They have to post a lot on TikTok in order to get paid a little bit of money. So yeah. I'm sure he was sending her money. I still don't think it's enough. I still don't think she has to stay in Dallas if she doesn't want to. I think saying you're homeless when you don't have your own home is an accurate statement. I think it was used in order to be something, provocative to talk about on social media so that she can get people, engaged in her content. And I think he's arguing and playing victim in order to help that. I do, because we know you're a bum. Like, what are you talking about, Peter? Since when do you have all of this pride that we can't see you as Dirty Feet Pete? Like, you've been the Dirty Feet Pete. Like, duh. Yes, y'all, these women are lobotomized because they do and act in such brain dead ways. Okay, let's see. What did Amina say in response to his video? Let's see.
Homeless, and I'm like, that don't make any.
No, that's a clip from that. Here she is.
So I just want to clear something up, because this is the #1 comment I've been getting since yesterday, since I announced that I moved to Germany for a moment to figure out where we're going to live, because we don't have our home anymore. Everyone's like, where Peter at? So yes, we all know he hasn't always been the best. But I have to point out that he's been there for us. He's been So I just want to clear, been holding us down in the past, I want to say almost 2 years, year and a half, is when I started struggling crazy, not able to cover my overhead, my bills,
So most of the time she was covering her own shit, and in recent times shit has gotten harder and he's had to step up and help her. Not the same thing as somebody actively giving you a nice chunk of change to help you with your kids in your life every month since they were born. He wasn't doing that.
Rent, and he stepped up and he was there and he paid.
Exactly. They didn't put him on child support because they were satisfied with the bare minimum. That's what it sounds like to me. You were okay with the bare minimum until you couldn't handle the bare minimum anymore. And that's usually the time when women realize they made some fucking mistakes.
Our rent a lot of the time. So, oops, my light went out. I just hate seeing the bashing him right now, because this would have been holding us down. And it wasn't my intention to put up something to bash him at all. He has nothing to do with this. I mean, he does in a way. He's my kid's father, but at the same time, he's not responsible for me. I'm my own grown adult, and I'm very thankful for him for holding us down. I would have been in this situation a year ago had it not been for him being there and literally holding us down.
She's giving him too
and
much
paying
credit.
rent. So shout out
To me, she's giving him too much credit, because him holding you down sounds like him giving you a percentage of what was owed to you anyway. And the reason why you don't even know how much he was really supposed to be giving you is because y'all don't go to court. Y'all don't want to go to court because y'all love these niggas so much. And the niggas is basically jipping you out of what they really should be giving you so that it's not so hard on you. That's why it's hard on you now. Maybe if he had been given to you this entire time, you would have been able to save some of your money. That way you wouldn't have, been homeless so soon. If he had actually been supporting you in a way that was helping you, you wouldn't have been spending all of your fucking money on all of the bills because you would have had some of his. Him coming and saving you once you can't handle it anymore doesn't make him a savior or a good guy. It makes him bare minimum the way he's always been. Bare fucking minimum.
Peter, one thing about this whole situation, I don't want to get misconstrued. I'm so good with who I am, who I've become, how hard I work. Everything in my life is great. I take care of myself. I'm mentally and physically in the best shape I've ever been. I just don't got no money. And it's only money. You know, I always say to myself, it could be worse. It could be so much worse. Shout out to Peter. It's only money. Money comes and goes.
It does.
I ain't got it right now. And I had it in the past couple of years, but I believe in myself. It doesn't take away any of my greatness. And so there's so much that I can do and will do. So
Grump may not let you back in.
Yeah. So I don't totally disagree with her that it's just money. I don't, because I'm gonna be real with y'all. It's very hard to maintain. It's very hard, y'all. It's hard out here. And these past couple of years, things have gotten increasingly more expensive. Like even today, y'all, I had to pay like a $400 energy bill, and it'll be $500 next month. And the price of gas is going up. So the amount of money I have to pay on utilities is going up. You know what I mean? Like it's certain things that are more expensive. And if you're barely making it because you have an ain't shit ass baby daddy that gives when he has it, but never put forth the real effort to have it when you need it, versus, what he was doing, which is throwing y'all money ever so often, so that he could keep y'all complacent. I think a lot of men do that. A lot of men throw y'all money ever so often so y'all can feel complacent, when really they should be giving you something in a methodical method, because it's methodical for you to have to financially support those children. Doctor's bills, having them go to the hospital. Like, do y'all think those two people had health insurance and they rolled back Obamacare and now there's no Medicaid? Like, y'all, that lady need to be in Germany where she is. I don't think that her being homeless by itself means anything bad about her. I don't. I just think it's hard to live here. I think that a lot of people are barely making it and are living in survival mode. And I think when somebody has somewhere else to go where they can be okay, that's a blessing. So when she says, I'm okay, as long as her children are okay, then we'll say you're okay. Because there are a lot of people that didn't grow up with money, but they grew up loved and they grew up taken care of, and they didn't even know what they didn't have because of how their parents, distracted them or showed them love and consideration. If her children are being mentally and emotionally supported, and she seems to be somewhere where she is safe and healthy, yeah, I don't understand why we're on the internet acting like this is, you know like, girl, listen, when I read in that history book about how people decided one day they was gonna stop doing all of this shit after a whole bunch of people died in the plague, they was just like, we're not gonna do this anymore. I'm tired. I don't want to work all the time for you. I don't want to do it. I don't want to pay the taxes. I don't want to go to court. I don't want to do it. So we're just not gonna do it anymore. And everybody stopped doing it. Okay. So when people tap out of this capitalist system, I don't always look down on them for that, because I know in real life, this system is fucked up and it's hard to live here. Like, it's hard to live here. It's expensive to live here. It doesn't help single mothers. It's not good for mothers, for parents, for kids. America does not create a space that helps people take care of children. It just doesn't. Where's baby daddy? What do you mean baby daddy number 2? Aren't both of those kids Peter's kids? I'm sorry. Am I lost on something? I thought both of those kids were Peter's kids, cuz for a moment her and Tara were, playing racquetball with their pussies, getting pregnant, competing for that dirty feet, ain't shit ass niggas attention. Yeah, that's what I thought. Both are Peters. Uh-huh. And I don't know, when did she say she was pregnant?
I feel so fucked up. I feel a little betrayed in a way because
You shouldn't feel betrayed. You should feel shame and guilt.
Day one, wake at the last.
You should feel shame and guilt. That's what you should feel. Let me go to her page and see. Okay, well, let's see. Yeah, no, this was a week ago.
So I'm here at Will Rogers State Beach right now. Beautifulest day ever. And it's just one of my last few days here in LA.
Yeah, she doesn't look pregnant. She don't look pregnant. But yeah, girl, go back to Germany, girl. Go back to Germany. Go be with your go be with your sisters and your family and your parents and them, girl. Yeah, girl, listen. Peter can be on the internet bitching out all he wants to. You don't make enough money to help her not want to live somewhere else. You don't. So it is what it is. Like, maybe not have children that you can't financially support as a man. Maybe. American government cares about controlling mothers and children, not helping them. Exactly. And every time you turn around, anything that gives aid to people when they fall on hard times, y'all don't want to give them any aid. Y'all don't want to help. So to me, I feel like actually Amina is probably doing better than most women that don't have somewhere else to go. They have good health care in Germany, at least. Good luck to her. Okay, yeah. Yeah, girl. Go to Germany. I don't give a fuck what Peter Gunz talking about. He'll be okay. Get your ass on the plane and go see your kids and shut the fuck up. Like, ain't nobody got time for that. All right, so let's move on. Here. Okay, no. First, let's go here. Esther Rhoa. Bitch, let's go watch Esther Rhoa, Dennis' daddy, complain and cry.
Reports stating that the judge overseeing your divorce case has upheld the prenup that you guys signed before entering marriage. Are you able to?
I'm sorry, pause. Jason Edmonds said, Bondi, you must not know. If he got dirty feet, he be slinging that meat. I'm sorry. What about anything I said made you think that? Girl, you must be new here. Because I'm really trying to understand what about anything I said made you think that I don't know that Dirty Feet Pete is one of them niggas that the only thing they do well is fuck. That's why he barely has any money, but he got a whole bunch of baby mamas. That's also why the center of gravity in his body is like this. Whenever men's center of gravity is like kind of turned in, like so, they hunched over a lot. That's because they hump a lot like dogs. They fuck a lot. That's where their center of gravity is. Very sacral. Okay? Girl. Now, I don't know if you know, but I definitely know a nigga that don't do nothing but make kids and complain got good dick. Like, girl, I'm 40 years old. What you mean?
Share a little bit about what those terms are or look like?
That she received $40,000 a month in alimony for the length of the marriage, which was 14 months. Okay. She gets to stay in the house, all expenses paid, including the mortgage, for 36 months, up to 36.
Oh my God, y'all. Portia really had y'all and the world and this man thinking that she was in love with Dennis' daddy, and he could barely y'all joking. Oh, okay, girl. Okay. I need you to know that I have talked about what we know about Dirty Feet Pete. Okay? Don't play, girl. Okay? Because you know I know. You run from them niggas. You run from them. Okay? That's the niggas that you be trying to get away from them when they fucking you and they chase you like a dog. Like, yeah, girl, run. Girl, run.
6 months. And if she chooses to own the home, she would have to, refinance the property in her name and take a 50% equity. She would have to give me 50% equity in the home.
Wow. What what is your reaction to that ruling and that decision?
It's
Reports stating in that decision.
It's basically what I've held from day one about this case when I realized that I was targeted. I've had prenups in previous relationship, and I've honored those prenups without reservation. This time around, I've chosen to challenge in court all the way to the Supreme Court if I have to. This enforcement of the prenup is going to continue to receive legal challenges on the appeal front.
Okay, so you're vowing to appeal this decision for sure.
Well, 1,000% is going to be appealed.
In that decision.
I do not feel like Simon Guobadia was targeted in the way that he's trying to make it seem. I think you know that young, beautiful, big-titted, big-ass, big-teat women want you because you present as if you have a certain lifestyle that they can enjoy. You know you're supposed to have money and they supposed to have coochie, and that's the exchange. She pretends like she loves you and that you're attractive and does her best to make you attractive. And she gives you coochie and you're supposed to financially secure her. Now, I'm not sure, and she hasn't said why she divorced him, like why she decided to just up and leave. Like she hasn't said it. There could be a plethora of reasons why, but she's never said why. And that's so interesting to me. I want to know. I want to know why you decided to go ahead and throw your hands up. Is it because you thought he was going to get deported? Like what? Well, what was the reasoning behind that? Also, if I remember correctly, and I haven't read the paperwork in a minute, but the last time I was following their paperwork, to me, it seemed like he was trying to get out of paying her that monthly amount. He was trying to get out of that home being considered both theirs. And that was all put in the prenup. That was all put in their prenup. He's contesting the prenup and trying to make it seem like, oh, she went back to work for Real Housewives of Atlanta. So that should mean that I don't have to pay her because she said she wouldn't go back to work. But to me, I feel like she divorced you and went back to work at the same time. So you can't really say that you're not going to pay based on y'all's paperwork because she didn't really start working again until once she had already filed for divorce from you. So technically, she didn't do anything wrong and she did follow you guys' paperwork that you didn't want to sign, but you signed anyway. You signed it. And now you thought that you can try to appeal it because you don't want to have to pay her because I believe, my opinion, based on what I've seen and some court documents of your history in this country, you're a scammer. So it seems to me that you're a scammer and you got scammed. And now what? Like, what are we supposed to do? Like, the fuck? I'm mad that she made him famous. I am. I'm annoyed with that because I don't care about no motherfucking Simon Guobadia. Like, nothing about you makes me want to be interested in you, sir. Stop talking to us.
I know y'all hate when I fucking do this, but
he's still not in jail. He's still not in jail. Still. He's still not in jail.
Sometimes I just got to speak my mind. You know what I'm saying? I just came home and I saw Simon post, and that was riveting to say the least. It speaks volume. First time he's actually talking.
The first time he's actually talking? You mean all the times he posted on Instagram and in comments wasn't him talking? Did you really need for him to verbally be on video saying something? You must not have read all of the comments and paragraphs and posts that we had to see every day on the blogs for months. Peter, sweetheart, the dick riding is so unnecessary. Do you know how this comes off to me? I could be wrong, y'all, but to me, it comes off like Peter wants to fuck Portia. Portia doesn't want to fuck Peter. And so Peter is now going to act like the angry little boy that's mad that the girl doesn't like him. So he picks on her. If somebody else has something bad to say about her, he's going to amen it. He's going to come out of the bushes. He's supposed to be in jail, but for some reason, he's always talking to us about what some woman is supposed to be doing when it's obvious you don't have any moral high ground to stand on because you don't pay your fucking bills. You're a man that doesn't pay his bills. You have nothing to say to any woman about anything on the internet. Go figure that out first. Go figure that out first. You don't get to come up here and act like some woman is scamming some old ass thirsty nigga as if y'all don't pick the women y'all choose on purpose. He picked her on purpose. He didn't got. He thought he was gonna get her. And it didn't turn out the way he thought.
Now, right after in real life, when we all saw Portia file for divorce, I talked to Simon immediately, and he told me that he was blindsided.
Of course you did.
So, what, a year later, he's still saying the same thing? And I believe him. I also believe he was targeted. I do. I don't care what nobody says. I believe that shit.
So if you believe that a man is targeted because he has money, does that mean a man is targeted because he looks good? Does that mean a man is targeted because he can fuck? Does that mean a man is targeted because a woman likes the way he dresses? Like, is that what we want to start calling it now? Y'all annoy me because y'all really forced women into these situations. Like, historically, societal wise, y'all force women into these situations. Y'all make it seem as if women that stay single and don't get married, or women who are not married to men that are financially securing them, you make it seem as if something is wrong with those women. And so you get these versions of women that all they care about is looking good and finding some man to take care of them. Y'all want those women because there are a whole bunch of women that pay their own bills and got their own money, but you don't want those women because then you would actually have to tap in mentally and emotionally to be with those women. So you go and get vapid women, shallow women, so that you can use them as some arm candy, some validation from some other niggas. You can use them to up your ante. And then you get mad when you're not able to just leave those women in the dust and be like, fuck them. You mad that Portia got you before you got her, but you were always going to get her.
Okay, and I believe that it's somewhat his fault. And like he said, he was in not the right state of mind, and he's guilty of committed, and he think that's something he wanted, and he thought it was real, and it wasn't. Okay, I'm sorry for him.
And you don't think it's the same thing for her? You don't think she thought it was real? You don't think she thought his money was real? You don't think she thought his name was real? I believe they both knew exactly who they were getting into relationships with. And I think that they both thought that they were going to scam each other. And I think she came out a little bit on top, but I don't think she's going to get any of that money. But he's not a fucking victim. I don't receive that. He's not a victim. You're a creepy old man that tried to buy a beautiful woman, and when it didn't work out the way you wanted to, you on the internet bitching out, talking about you were targeted. Take your fucking ass back to Nigeria and stay there so that you don't get targeted by young American women looking for older Africans with money. Stay your ass in Nigeria and be with one of those women that are going to accept you whether you have money or not. But you don't want that. Stop it. In Africa, when they divorce, the woman gets nothing. Ciao. Peter and him need to just go ahead and fuck and ride off into the sunset together. Look, go fuck and ride off into the sunset together. My God, today. We're going to take a quick little break, y'all, and then we're going to come back with more. We're going to get into Jim Jones. The Love and Hip Hop people really just need to be back on television the way they be all up and down my goddamn timeline. Okay, quick little break. Support the channel. I appreciate y'all.
Anywhere you go, give it on. Anywhere you said, anywhere.
What? Okay. What's up, y'all? Okay, I'm back. Lyric had to get my packages for me. Getting my package. Oh my God, it's a package. Package. Okay, y'all. So let's get into Jim Jones. Y'all, Jim Jones is the problem. Let's start here.
Uncle, what you doing? How you feeling? Oh, you good? How auntie? How? Oh, no, you're not auntie. Not your auntie. Okay. Okay. I mean, you could be very nice. You can't be auntie. No? Okay. Nice sister, big sis. Period.
Okay. So the reason why I said that Jim Jones is the problem. So here's what I think happened in this moment. This beautiful young woman walks up to Jim Jones. Jim Jones is used to being seen as another fine ass nigga in the room, but now he's getting older and aging. So now he looks like the old nigga that he is. So when this young girl walks up to him, she's like, Unc, to show him respect, but also to like let you understand what this vibe is. I see your old lady over there. I'm saying Unc out of respect. He then turns and says, say hey to your auntie. He knows Chrissy doesn't like to be called an auntie. He knows that. He's well aware of that. And he did it anyway. And it was to piss her off. And then caused that interaction where that girl now feels like, oh shit, I made Big Bad Chrissy upset because I called the auntie. Okay. Don't nobody call Chrissy auntie. To me, at the end of the day, bitch, what are you? Are you a Gen Z or older millennial? She's 55. So you're Gen Z. You're auntie, bitch. Like, I've been an auntie since I was 12 years old. When people say it to me, I know what they be trying to get at. You could say whatever the fuck you want to say, but I am the rich auntie. I will be the rich auntie. I aspire to be the rich auntie. And ain't nothing wrong with being the rich auntie. But you are an auntie to a girl that is probably 30 years younger than you. It gives that y'all think y'all still the same age as these young people. That's what it's giving. But I feel like he did that to pick at Chrissy because he know Chrissy don't like being called auntie. He knows that. That girl don't know that. He told her, say hey to your auntie. Say hey to Auntie Chrissy. Then he proceeded to get on the internet and say this.
For you want a narrative you want to paint, you still got to listen to me talking to you right now in 2025. What I did for Nas probably never been done for him in his life. He's never been that viral at all, ever. Ever. He's never been talked about like this ever in his life.
Now, has Nas reached out to you?
Hold on, I'm gonna let him finish, y'all. I'm gonna let him finish saying this dumb shit he's saying.
You dig? The last time he was in some shit like this, where people were comparing, was when him and Jay was beating on him.
Say that.
You heard? You dig? Like that. And I don't want to talk about other people's career, but let's just get to the semantics of it.
Since the whole time?
Nas.
Okay.
I don't know Nas to have a conversation with him. You don't have a conversation, we can have that too and shit like that. You dig? Like I don't really care.
One thing I did see you do, I've seen you do this and say less.
For you want a narrative you.
Okay, so this right here is all the times that Nas has, like, not Lil Nas X, y'all, but y'all see, like, Nas is on Ebony, Nas is on Vibe, Nas is on XXL, Nas on Scratch, Nas on Hip Hop, The Source. Like, people have talked about Nas. This is the Power 100. I can't even see when was this? And this is with Killer Mike. So this can't be that long ago. This was 2016. This is in 2016. He's on the cover of Ebony being named in the Power 100. And this is after Jay-Z and his feud has, now died down and we have respect for each other. We've toured together and all of that shit. Nasir is literally the standard for the intellectual street nigga rapper. That's why he and Jay-Z were fighting, because they were both supposed to be that nigga, but Nas was actually more so that nigga. Intellectually. Nas didn't make radio hits like that. He made real albums that was about history and his life and all of this deep shit. Like that's always been Nas. Like he's not really for public consumption like that. He's for real hip hop heads. He's for real rap heads. Like there are certain artists that I believe they're big because they're actually good, not because they big just because y'all like them, right? So Nas has 27 entries in the Billboard 100. Jim Jones has 9. Let's see. Jim has 9 albums entered in Billboard 200 with 3 top 10 albums, no number ones. While Nas has 27 entries, 16 top 10 albums, and 6 that have reached number 1. So I don't know in what world did he think this little week of him saying that he was better than Nas and then everybody being like, Jim Jones is obviously on crack now. What's wrong with him? That's wild. Let's just throw up the stats for fun to show how delusional he's being right now. Like that's what people did. And then you got up here mad and told us that we had to listen to you like an angry old man that's about to slip and fall and break a fucking hip. You're having a conniption on some delusional shit. That was the weirdest thing in the world for Jim Jones to say anything in reference to himself and Nas. Like, nobody, what are y'all both from New York? That's about it. Y'all are both black men that have never married anybody. Like, oh, did he marry Khalees? Okay. I couldn't remember whether they was married or she was a baby mama. Anyway, like, it was just such a weird thing. Like, it was just such a weird thing for him to say. Like, what? Now you making us look at you stupid. Any respect that we did have for you went out the window when you said that. I just want you to know, Jim. I mean, you was already looking kind of bad. You know, you still got your soft plaits in. You know, y'all know the niggas who think they got good hair. They plaits always messy and furry and shit, you know. Braids been in for 2 days and already it looked like somebody took a brush to them. And then the fact that I feel like he's refusing to grow up in the way he's dressing, which makes him look even older. Like, why do you have a visor on backwards? A visor? You have a visor on backwards? What is the point of that? Like, do y'all know what visors are for? To keep the sun out of your eyes. Once you've turned the visor to the side, you could have just took it off, money. Like, it's not a hat. It's not actually hiding anything. I don't understand. He's just making all kind of wrong decisions. Okay? But he's losing it, you guys. And this is the reason why Ciara should have shut the fuck up. Ciara should have never said about her mouth that man needed to marry Chrissy. Chrissy needs to gain the last little bit of self-esteem that she may have and separate herself from that man expeditiously.
I hear money long time.
But she still like that role that she play. You know, they got girls that's stuck in their era. And there ain't no problem. I'm stuck in my era too. My era just isn't being a drug dealer girlfriend though. Got a lot of women that like being in a queen pin drug dealer girlfriend narrative for their whole fucking life. And so they end up wasting their time in emotionally tiring relationships with men that because they made money at some point, they make money. Like, I'm not gonna clown Jim. Jim make money because they make money, because they might be able to fuck good. You gonna stay with him, and they got good street, they got good street cred. So you gonna stay with them, even though they are aging man that looks delusional, looks like his bone mass is weakening as we speak. And he has never married you. So if he dies, will you get his money? You know, like Chrissy does not need to marry anybody. Once he passes, Because I'm sure she'll outlive him based on what they look like today. I could be wrong. I'm fine with being wrong. You know, sometimes them old men live forever. They don't be that healthy, but they live that for, you know, they live forever. Okay. They be a good 80 before they just, you know, fall over on the porch and call it a night, you know, call it a night. But I feel like based on how they look, she will probably outlive him. And I think it's because Dipset was doing a lot of drugs, honey. Okay. But let's get into the next topic. I'm gonna pray for him, but I wouldn't suggest marrying that nigga. That's wild. That's wild. Okay. Well, let's hear what Lyrica said. That's why I said that the people, yeah, this is another reason why I told y'all, you know, even y'all faves then fucked over some people to become billionaires. And you know, y'all don't want to hear me because y'all be out there, you know, acting like cult members and shit. But you know what I mean, I ain't say that. It's all right.
Talk about it, and like
Shout out Money
Nikki,
Long.
shout out Money. We come from a very similar story as far as like songwriter, transition artist. But like even Nikki, I've heard her talk about it as far as women looking like bitches when we defend ourselves. But now I'm very much like, I'm gonna just say what it is, because when we did Jealous, I also did Drunken Love.
Oh,
I didn't get credited for that.
What? Wait,
Yeah.
that's like Eric. Eric didn't get credited for Nicki Minaj's Anaconda. Like,
I'm not surprised. So I'm saying,
bitch, Drunken Love.
Drunken
Shut
Love,
the
and that was
fuck-
like a big one, like big.
And I believe that she might have been on Love and Hip Hop Hollywood when that came out. Let me see. I think that was 2013. I believe Love and Hip Hop Hollywood was on during that time. Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. Yeah. Actually, that was the year before. We be all night love.
Probably bigger or next door,
What
bigger than
happened?
Jealous. You know, songwriters get stingy and, oh, we only have this percentage to split because she's taking this and this
No.
taking that. Can you let this one slide? And my dumb ass said yes, but didn't want to. Never again.
I'm hurt for you.
Yeah, exactly.
Tell me the whole story later. Yeah, that's crazy.
I hear
So I'm gonna tell y'all that I have heard this about B's Camp over the years several times. Paying writers, taking their names off the song, putting your name on the song because you added in an ad lib here or there, and then being able to get paid off of the actual writing credit on the album, which gets you more money. Because back in the day, artists didn't get as much money on the track as the producers and the writers. Okay. So I feel like in order to combat that, what Beyonce and them started doing business wise was to take writer credits away from people and then put her name on it so that she would be able to get more of the profit from the song. It may not be just her in this scenario, because the way Lyrica is explaining it, whoever she was writing with, and a lot of y'all are in the comments saying Future, basically they will have a group of people that write for them, and they're supposed to split up the writer credit money with those people. But what they will do is try to get somebody off the track so that everybody doesn't get paid, because the more names you put on it for credit, the more they have to split that money up. So I imagine that that's a common practice to push people's names off of songs so that, first of all, they don't get the money on the back end for their work, which they should, but then so that a greater percentage can go to other people who might have bigger names, whether that be writers, producers, or the artists. And yes, they don't get paid any royalties on the back end. Yes. Yes, Neo, I believe Carrie Hilson, that was like a part of their original beef, was that Carrie Hilson wrote a song and was pissed off that her name was taken off the song. And yeah, Bill do like a ad lib and then one full writing credit. Yeah. Boys to Men tried Candy like that. Yeah, it's a common practice, but it is something that can be done to an extent that is hella exploitive. Like, and yeah, I saw somebody mention Mariah Carey. That's the reason why Mariah Carey is so rich, y'all. Mariah Carey is so rich because Mariah wrote all her songs. That's what she says. That's what she said in her book. But if y'all are telling me that she does that to people too, where she has other people write for her and then she takes their names off of it, then you know, I wouldn't tell you a lie. I wouldn't be like, I don't believe it. Yeah, I wouldn't say that. Mm-mm. But yeah, lyrical girl, it's time for the people to start fighting for themselves. And you should talk about shit like that out in the open and in public because that's the only way other writers will know what's going on. So yeah, let's move on from there. Where do I want to go? Where do I want to go? Let's go to Cardi B and get her out the way. Cardi B is out here in a castle, girl.
Oh, why this man got to stay in a castle? I'm talking about a real castle. Look at this. Look at this. This is a real fucking castle. Wonder Marie Antoinette was getting fucked all down here. All up in this bitch. Look at that. There's real crocodiles in there. Mind you, I've been told like every time I go to Europe, I can never go to Versailles or I can never go see the Tudor Castle in England. He said, bitch, you want castle, bitch? I'll give you all the castle, bitch. Go sleep with the castle, bitch. So crazy. Look how beautiful. This man is so adventurous. He got us in a fucking castle. Like, look at this. Like, I can't believe we staying in some place like this. This is insane. Gee.
This is my
That shit look nice.
You sit all the way over at the end while I stare at you.
This man got me in a castle. I'm talking a real castle. Oh, why this man got
Okay, so Cardi B is over there getting her back broke by Stefan Diggs in a castle, and I believe that Offset is here.
Well, think about your love life.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a celebrity crush right now? Someone we would all know.
Celebrity crush.
Don't say it out loud.
Okay.
Just yet. Does she know you have a crush on her?
Nah.
Nah, you've never put it out there?
Nah.
You don't want to call her out right now?
You said don't say it.
Wait. Is it artist?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not actor.
It's not an actor.
What's your favorite song by her?
You put me on the spot.
Oh, you don't know her songs?
I
What's
know her
wrong
songs,
with you?
but I just feel like artistically, like she got it all together.
Okay, what do you like about her?
I like her voice.
So she doesn't know.
I like how she does her stage sets.
So I wrote this earlier.
When we look at it, when we read it.
Yeah. You didn't tell anybody, right?
No, I ain't telling about it. How you? This is cap. There's no way, man. This cap. I ain't never said this before. Sabrina Carpenter.
Sabrina Carpenter is your time.
So it reminds me of how when men can no longer compete with the women that are on their level, they go try to find younger or more submissive women so that their bullshit can get over on somebody that just doesn't know any better since they've done so much damage to the previous woman. And then the woman goes and like levels up and gets like, you know, a better version because she's actually the impressive one. Yeah. That's sad. Offset looks really sad with his long sleeve shirt underneath the short sleeve shirt, which I'm sure underneath the short sleeve shirt. Give me a second. Okay. Yeah, y'all. Wow, y'all. I'm glad that she's having a good time. I am. I'm really glad she's having a good time because you can tell she was going through it for a long time with that man. Speaking of going through it, you guys. Oh no. Justin Bieber and wife Hailey reportedly struggling to save marriage. Oh my God. Y'all look at him. He looks so unhappy. I don't like the way y'all talk about their relationship because a lot of the times I feel like y'all talk about Hailey like she was an adult and he was a child. Like I hear a lot of conversations about, oh, she stalked him and she like forced him into the relationship and now he's not happy. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of y'all say that like Justin Bieber isn't like a grown ass millionaire man or something. It's wild. And he's 31 and she's 28. So I would really like for everybody to stop acting like Hailey was able to force him into their relationship. It actually really annoys me. Like, it's like the more we see her treated badly in public, everybody makes excuses for it and then says, well, that's what she gets. Like, she was obsessed with him. And I'm like, you mean when she was like fucking 12 and he's like the biggest pop star her age walking around? I also feel like I don't like the fact that I didn't know that she was from the Baldwin family until I actually had to ask what the fuck was going on here. The way y'all talk about this girl, like she was just some crazy fan who did not also come from Hollywood herself, like the way y'all talk about it bothers me. It very much gives y'all are the reason why he can act like a fucking child and have these temper tantrums out in public. Just, oh my God, well, he went through so much. Bitch, we've all been through a lot. The girls go through a lot all the time. And I know that men, have a softer psyche than they like to admit, which is why they act like this when they go through things. But essentially, at some point, it's not an excuse. When I read what he posted, when he told that friend of his that the friendship was over because the person said, I'm just not used to somebody lashing out at me like that. I don't know what people were perceiving from that, but to me, I feel like this nigga's crazy. And whether the church forced them together, whether she wanted him because he was a star, they are both grown adults. She is 2 years younger. Actually, what, 4? She's 28. He's 31. So 3 years? Wait, yeah. 2 years. 2 years. He's 2 years older. Okay. Looking at, I think so. I'm looking at, yeah. 94. He's born 94. She's born 96. Yeah. 2 years apart. They're 2 years apart. Okay. But he's still 2 years older than her. To me, that makes them the same age, but it also kind of puts it in this thing of why do y'all keep acting like she was never a child in all of this either? Like when y'all talk about how, oh, she was so obsessed with him. And I'm like, they're like, when she was like, she's been chasing him since she was like 12 years old. Like, you mean when she was a kid? You mean when she was a kid? You mean she was a kid obsessed with a pop star who was her age, but she was also well connected because her family's famous, and she gets into a relationship with him, and y'all now act like she was some grown woman chasing some infantilized, abused young boy or something. That's the way y'all talk about it on the internet. Like the way I hear people talk about it, I'm like, why do y'all act like this lady was grown or something? Yeah, of course she liked him because he was a pop star. Like, duh. Like, that's y'all. Celebrities have an effect on people. Whatever the grooming that a normal person would have to go through a methodical plan to groom you, celebrities are already grooming you. They don't mean to. It's not on purpose. It's just how it happens. It's the same thing with parasocial relationships. You have to be very careful about the way you handle people because essentially they feel closer to you because they're looking at you. But you don't really, like they feel closer to you because of that. And if you're going to take advantage of that, that makes you a bad guy. To me, grown women were doing that to him, but she wasn't a grown woman. She was a child. So that's why I don't like the fact that y'all kind of talk about Hailey Bieber as if she wasn't also rich, didn't also come from a famous family, as if she was also not a child who was in this situation. Like, y'all just talk about it like she's some grown, poor woman that was begging to be with some famous pop star. Like, I don't like it. I don't like it. Because it low key makes it seem as if it's okay for him to mistreat her the way he does. Like when we see all of these videos of him like running off like a sullen teenager or like giving us these smiles that you can tell he doesn't really want to give, and she's looking dodo bird in love and shit, and y'all wonder why this is happening. Well, you know that this is what happens. And then in private, he says things to her that makes her feel like he loves her. And then when they're out in public, he treats her like shit again. Yeah. Look, she was a stalker. She was a kid. I would like to know how as a kid she was able to actively stalk him. And if you're talking about social media, like, well, then everybody's doing that. If we're seen as stalking because we're watching celebrities that we like via social media. She infantilized this marriage. I don't know what that means. Her dad dragged her to those places, y'all. That low key, I'm more so able to believe that her parents may have wanted that relationship and forced it, and that she's being used as a tool. But I really don't like the way y'all discuss their relationship as if she was not a child in the relationship as well, as if she was grown and knew better than he did. I need to know what defines being a stalker. But yeah, they're in the same age group. So stop acting like she was some older woman that was chasing down some child. Like, stop that. It was an orchestrated effort. And do y'all think that the child was able to orchestrate the situation? Or do you think the adults were able to orchestrate the event? And that both of them are children being used in this situation? But that if we want to look at them as grown adult people in a marriage, he treats her badly. It wasn't just social media. Sis was popping up on him. It's wild, but she truly don't deserve all that. And I could believe that, y'all. I'm not I'm not arguing with y'all about it because I don't really know. But I do feel like people are saying it as if that makes it okay the way he treats her when we see these like videos of him being cruel to her in public. Just because a person has been abused or traumatized doesn't mean they should be treating people like crap. Being abused doesn't validate abusing others. And that's how I feel. That's how I feel. Like, I really don't care about, oh, she stalked him. There are so many of y'all that would be obsessed with this man if you had proximity to him. And I mean, not just him, y'all, because, like, we grown black people. I don't know if we would have fucked Justin Bieber. But, there's always one, girl. There's always one celebrity man that if you had the opportunity to be with them as a teenager, like, are you kidding me? Like, come on, y'all. The way we used to feel about B2K, bitch, you think that I wouldn't have let B2K, okay, and I don't mean all of them, y'all. I really do mean Lil Fizz. Okay? Do you really think I wouldn't have let Lil Fizz finger pop me? Cut it out. Cut it out. Like, he's terrible to her. He really is. He is a total douchebag. And I'm not surprised that their marriage needs to break up. Break that shit up, split the money down the middle, and move on with your lives. How about that? She'll be able to make more money. So will he if he doesn't crash and burn. Something tells me if he doesn't find another woman that he can hold himself up on top of, he's going to crash and burn because he seems self-destructive. Let's move on. Tia Mowry. Y'all, I wanted to talk about this because the way the internet wants so badly for Tia Mowry to have to go crawling back to Corey Hardwick so that she can be the example of how you're not supposed to leave your good, poor husband, even if he do treat you like shit and talk to you like you a motherfucking child. Okay? I just feel like y'all was trying real hard to make it seem like them people got back together. And I felt like this was confirmation that them people did not get back together. Tia Mowry shares how she got through her divorce from Corey Hardwick. She said, when a fan asked the actress on Instagram, how do I recover from this divorce? Tia responded with a message about healing. I think I'd say dive into doing the work, really truly focus on self-care, focus on what makes you happy and what brings you joy. Build a tribe, a community of friends, a support system, meditate, try new hobbies, read books on healing, spend time with your kids if you have them, or just surround yourself with people who genuinely love and support you. That's all really good advice. It is. If you've actually had to heal from anything, that's some good advice. She continued, do things that feel fun and fulfilling. Travel if you can. Traveling really helped me. It's all about creating new experiences. The more experiences you have, the further away you get from that heavy, gut-wrenching feeling of divorce. And for anyone struggling to hold it together, she added, also allow yourself to cry, allow yourself to feel it all. Just don't let it consume you. This was really good advice. Look at somebody in the comments. Oh my God, you filed the divorce. What do you need to get over? We see you thirst trapping every day since then. The brains are rotted. The community is not okay. Just because somebody files for divorce doesn't mean that they don't grieve the relationship or the marriage or what they thought it would be. Sometimes people know that they have to do the hard thing so that they can eventually be happy because they're unhappy now. I didn't know I had to explain that to grown adults. And I don't know what you mean by thirst trapping, but she's allowed to be a beautiful woman and enjoy being a beautiful woman. And you can like it, but that doesn't mean she's trying to thirst trap you. She doesn't want to fuck you. So whatever she's doing online is not for everybody because it's specifically not for you. Let's see. Nobody cares. Move on from this talking about something else. She's always talking about him. Literally did not say a word about that man and was responding to someone's good to giving someone good advice on how to get over going through a divorce because she's going through it in real time. It's the same thing I would do if I were going through it. I would be talking to you guys about it, and it probably would take me a long time to fully recover, especially if I was with the person since I was a young woman like they were. Me, like, child, the girl, listen. Like, this is literally a response to somebody asking her a question, and y'all are up. Nobody cares. Somebody did care because somebody asked her. The way y'all want to invalidate and dismiss women who have chosen themselves is telling to me. I think it clues us in on how upset you are that there are examples of successful, beautiful women who have decided that I'm going to choose myself. And that makes you scared because then you think that the women won't choose you if they can choose themselves. If women would actually, men always say stupid shit like, oh, it's so you can go be with another man. That's why he mentioned the thirst trapping thing, because it's always them thinking that it's about another man. It's not about going to another man. It's about getting away from you. And y'all are missing that. Y'all are missing that part. Should work on that. Okay, so I'm happy for Tia, and I hope she continues to heal. And that was really great advice. And it's for who it's for, and it's not for everybody, and that's fine. But the way motherfuckers talk is just like is so telling of how they're really upset inside themselves because they do not like these examples of beautiful, successful women in their, 40s deciding, yeah, no, I'm okay. I don't want to do this. I'd rather be alone. They hate that shit, man. They hate it. So let's move on. I want to talk about this.
Moment. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
This is Chef D. I believe that this is the one that would. I'm not sure, but it feels like this is the guy that Saucy Santana was talking about when he said the guy used to abuse him. And that was kind of, and they would go back and forth. I feel like that's who he was talking about on the show, but let's see.
Like, come on now, bro. Let's talk about it. You're mad because I never fucked you. We've been together for 5 years. I never fucked you. You stink. You have bumps between your legs. It smells. I don't like that. You're not my type. I like light-skinned Spanish pretty boys.
You're ignorant. And the fact that you were with that man for 5 years and you didn't have sex with him, I don't believe that for a fucking second. I don't believe that Santana would be with you for 5 years if y'all weren't having sex. I also feel like I don't know how much of a bird brain you have to be in order as a black man for you to sit up there talking about, oh, I like Spanish, I like Latinas. You sound like a fucking idiot. You sound dumb. You sound stupid. It's really sad. I'm glad that you and Saucy aren't together anymore. This is the testament to me that mean ass gay boys are usually mean because people are mean to them. And then when you see the people that they're in relationships with and how those people talk to them, it's like, yeah, I can see why you're such a unhappy person, because being with a person who would talk to you or about you like this, especially on the internet, that's so fucked up to me. I think people are desensitized to this type of like fucked up ass energy, but Yeah, I don't like this at all. How dare you put your face all in between my ass cheeks and under my butt and lick my balls? Because we know that's what you did to Saucy. And then turn around and be colorist and tell us that you don't like dark-skinned black men, you like light-skinned Spanish pretty boys. Well, guess what, love? I bet you those light-skinned pretty boys don't really like you and fuck you so that they can get money out of you. Because you don't really seem to have much going on between your ears. But like, I know Saucy says a lot of disrespectful shit, but y'all know I'm a case by cases, case by case basis type of person. And this is fucked up to me. And this is trash. And you're a trash individual.
You're not my type. First of all,
You was with him for 5 years. He wasn't your type. You're pathetic. That's gross. That's really like desperate and pathetic. Did you need somewhere to live or something?
At all. I rock with you because I felt bad, one, and two, we built so much of a bond. I'm like, whatever, I'm gonna rock out. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
So you built a bond. You was with him for 5 years, but you didn't want to fuck him because he's not your type. But you stayed for 5 years and built a bond. That doesn't make any sense. Sounds like you just want to make him feel bad about himself. It's really tacky.
You call me on the phone crying, oh my God, I don't know how I'm gonna do this, I don't know how I'm gonna do that. The work ain't selling, So how dare you call me a bum and say I'm broke? And the same thing you say, oh yeah, you pay for niggas. I'm a trick, no, you pay for niggas. You pay for niggas OnlyFans.
Oh, so somebody said you paying for niggas. Just like I said with the light-skinned Spanish pretty boys. That it is given. Didn't I just say that is given? You was paying.
Niggas be in your pants. You pay for niggas. Yeah, niggas spend money on you too, but you pay for niggas. What are you talking about? And even on the live, I still gave you grace.
I feel like, listen, if I'm Saucy, I would pay for niggas too. Like, essentially, people just want sex. And some of y'all are so trash that nobody wants to deal with y'all. Like, it's better for the person to be a sex worker because I can pay them for what I want and then they can go home. In relationships, you end up with these types of situations. Where the person is on the internet trying to air you out, talking about you smell, and you got bumps in between your legs after they finish sucking your balls. It's wild.
The whole lie.
No, it's just that.
Yes or no?
No, not the whole lie.
Yes.
Not the whole lie.
Son did not want to agree.
Maybe half the lie.
Y'all being bullied to validate this nigga's bullshit. It's sad.
What bitch your team you on?
You see how people getting bullied? Because I would have been like, bitch, I'm on my own team. You wrong.
Okay, what did he say? You're fat.
Moment.
Like, the fuck? You sound crazy. Like, I don't know why niggas think that that's a flex for you to be in a relationship with somebody for 5 years and then say you wasn't attracted to them. Like, that's not a flex. You look dumb. Like, you just look dumb. Like, I don't even know what to say, girl. I don't even know what to say. All right, I want to get to this really fucked up story, but I only want to talk about it so that we can have a conversation.
Just end him. That was the goal of a group of 10 and 11-year-old girls who surprised police say wanted to kill a boy at school. The motive? He's accused of cheating on one of them, so she wants him dead. The murder plot was simple. According to the police report, 4 fifth-grade students at Legacy Traditional School's West Surprise campus planned to lure a classmate to the charter school's outside bathroom and stab him in the stomach. And each girl had a role to play to get away with it. One would bring the knife, another would forge a suicide note to make it seem like he took his own life, and someone would act as a lookout while the other carried out the stabbing. And to avoid fingerprints on the murder weapon, they would wear gloves. Documents say the friends came up with the plan during lunch and recess on October 1st. Legacy administrators worked with the school resource officer to investigate when students who overheard the plot came forward. The next day, their backpacks were searched.
Okay, hold up. I don't know if that's the only one I saved. But yeah, y'all, basically 5 middle school girls decided they wanted to try to kill a little boy because he cheated. Now, let me tell y'all something. I remember being a middle school girl and kind of going through that heartbreak of my little boyfriend just talking to some other girl without telling me and you feel like you got cheated on. But essentially, this is why I keep telling y'all have got to unwrap y'all minds from this ownership over people that y'all seem to have. Like a lot of people feel, oh, I ain't sharing shit. Y'all have that mentality about relationships. And it's not really about being in relationships that you don't want to be in, meaning like, I want to be in a monogamous relationship. I don't want to be in a polyamorous relationship. Like you saying the type of relationship you really want to be in. That's not what it's about. It's about the way you impress upon children that there is ownership in relationships and that you can get upset if somebody has another relationship or they do something else. Like y'all should be talking to y'all's kids and telling them that nobody can cheat on you. Y'all are children. Y'all don't have ownership over each other. Y'all are experiencing what it is to be young and you like someone and sometimes they'll like you back and then one day they won't like you and they'll like somebody else. That's childhood. That's how it is. And sometimes it hurts your feelings and that's okay, but you just give it a little time and it'll go away and you'll like somebody else. You explain it to them in a way that they understand you don't have ownership over people. We as adults don't have ownership over each other, but y'all don't want to graduate to that mindset. And because you have this mindset, and I'm just saying as a whole, as a human race, we are very hung up on cheating and monogamy and having a person to ourselves. And I do think that is a very toxic way of being. I think you can have agreements on how your relationship should go, but I absolutely feel like you have got to cement into the understanding of you, the person you're with, and your children that you don't own anybody. People do not have to stay with you if they don't want to. They don't have to just be with you if they don't want to just be with you. Like you have to talk to them. Because I don't know why y'all think that this wouldn't be coming from their parents. And I'm not saying their parents told them to do this. I'm saying the parents will have similar dynamics where they hear their parents arguing about somebody cheating. And so now they're taught what cheating is and how that hurts somebody. Now it's going to reflect in how they feel in their little relationships that they're literally fashioning after the relationships they see their parents having. And so now you go to school and you like a little boy and all of y'all feel like because y'all are listening to grown adult women's content talking about fucking cheating and all of this, y'all are basically trying to you're a child. Your brain isn't fully formed. You don't know what the fuck you're doing when you decide you're going to do something like that. You don't really get it. You don't. You're angry. And the way adults respond to things is we're going to unalive. We're going to beat each other. We're going to flash the fuck out. The kids are watching you. The kids are watching you and they're watching the TV shows you're watching. Yes. So if y'all are watching, For My Man and CSI and all of those shows, and you're also displaying toxicity in your relationships in front of your children, and you're not having conversations with them about how they don't own other people and that relationships, a kid can't cheat on you. Y'all can't cheat on each other. I had to come to that conclusion because I'll never forget somebody trying to hold that shit over my head. Oh, you cheated on me. We were 14. Bitch, we were 14. I really should not have been in a monogamous relationship with you at 14. I did not belong to you. I wasn't supposed to belong to you. Just like you weren't supposed to belong to me. We were supposed to experience each other, have a good time, but we were not supposed to put confines on the relationship because we're not old enough to put confines on a relationship. Because no children should be thinking about being with another person forever. But this is what your parents, this is what you see on TV. This is what you see around you. They're adopting to what they see. This is not happening in a vacuum. The kids aren't just coming up with this shit on their own. And it's sad. But I do want to use this as an opportunity for y'all to recognize that you have got to change your mindset around ownership in relationships, especially when you have children, because you don't want them to feel like they own anybody, and you don't want them to have these types of reactions whenever somebody hurts their feelings. People need to teach their children to be okay with rejection. And if you as an adult can't deal with rejection, how are you going to teach your children to deal with rejection? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's all I got for that. I'm glad they saved that kid though. I'm glad that, you know, they caught it and somebody said something. Let's move on.
Speaking of beefs, what's the status of things with Ross and Drake?
Hold us. I'll be right back. I think I double parked my car outside.
Did he just throw that shit at her?
Where is he going? Speaking of beefs.
I don't know if he actually just walked out and just never came back, but he absolutely threw them fucking headphones at her. Let's see it again.
What's the status of things with Ross and Drake?
Hold us. I'll be right back. I think
He threw that shit at her. Hold up. Ross, Drake, and French Montana. A rap on my niggas, dog. Rap on my niggas. Rap on my niggas, dog. Rap on my niggas. Stay scheming. Niggas trying to get at me. Y'all, I'll die for my niggas. That's my shit, y'all. He never came back. He never came back. The interview started off with Montana appearing to be in a good mood. According to an insider, he walked in and sat down and they talked about his growth as an artist and his recent performance on the World Cup stage. Things started to go south when Ali asked about his love life and him explaining, I'll skip that. I just want to keep my private life, my private life. It was clear he began getting irritated, the source told Page Six. Well, I'm getting irritated with you. I'm getting irritated with you, French. Y'all, I'm so sorry, but French Montana is not an interesting enough person to not have to talk about his personal life. There's nothing you do musically that's that entertaining in order for us to do an entire interview only about that. Not in 2025, dear. I'm just saying. And then you went on, it's on site. Like, what did you think was going to happen? And the question about Ross and Drake sent him exiting stage left. Pod producer on-site media's cameras continue to roll as they always do to capture behind the scenes footage. I'm sorry, y'all. An ad popped up on the page and it's a lot of shit all over the page. Hold up. I don't even know how to get that off. Okay, wait. It was clear he began getting irritated. He left. The insider said, okay, yeah. A rep didn't immediately respond. What's the deal, though? When Montana, who recorded a song with Ross and Drake in 2012, noticed the cameraman tailing him, he told them to stop following him. I was trying to see what the beef was about. So who's writing for Page Six? Because it would have been like really nice for you guys to like find out why there would be beef. Are they beefing? Girl, let me see. Are they beefing? Are the niggas beefing? Let me see. Maybe Complex will have something more to say on the subject. Okay. I'm scrubbing through, you guys. Like the video, please. This isn't the first time the unforgettable artist has walked out of an interview. Back in April, in a video shared by digital creator and live stream journalist of an impromptu interview with the rapper, Montana was initially asked about the 2025 Met Gala. The conversation took a turn when the interviewer asked if he had spoken to Diddy recently. referencing their history as collaborators at Bad Boy Records. In response, a voice that appears to be Montana says, "Come on, man," before he walks away and steps onto an escalator. Why are y'all getting so touchy anytime somebody asks y'all about people y'all are obviously like linked to? Like, what are we upset about? What are we upset about? Let's see. Unreleased Drake verse that Rick Ross said Drake sent a cease and desist to French Montana to prevent it from dropping. It was Splash Brothers off Mac and Cheese. So basically it's some music shit. It's some music shit. Drake did some bitch ass shit and French Montana is mad about it. Oh wait, no. Drake verse that Rick Ross said Drake sent yeah. Drake did some bitch ass shit. Yeah, you did a record. The man wants to put the record out. You decide not that you don't want to put the record out even though you did it. And then you send him a cease and desist so he doesn't put it out? Yeah. That Ross and Drake beef is so old. It does look old. Mm-mm. All I'ma say is niggas is weird. And I wonder what's beef. I also feel like French Montana, like all of those niggas, like y'all can try to like act like y'all wasn't all kicking it, meaning that y'all all wasn't on the same wave. But to me, it feels like all them niggas was always on the same wave, and now they trying to act like they don't want no pause. Now they trying to act like I don't want no pause to that shit. I don't want no pause to that shit. Like nigga, that's who y'all are. Stop faking and fucking fronting. All right, y'all. Let's do some Diddy shit right quick, right fast.
I'm a savage. Whatever I want, I'm going to get. Whatever I want, I have to get.
Can't stop. Won't stop.
Okay. So y'all know the Diddy trial. They rested their case last time I checked. Let's see. I just want to see what the recent updates are. Because y'all know social media be taking a time. Okay. So they're currently going through their closing arguments. A lot of confusion yesterday about how the charges were streamlined in order to make them easy to answer for the jury. It wasn't that they were actually getting rid of any charges, but they just let those charges be under RICO. And so they wouldn't have to be individually, I guess, charged, for those charges, which was the arson and the kidnapping and the Kid Cudi Capricorn Clark situation. But Prosecutor Christy Slavic is continuing to deliver the government's closing arguments, focusing on the sex trafficking count regarding Cassie after the lunch break. Earlier today, Slavic outlined their case against Combs, focusing on the racketeering conspiracy count and the sex trafficking count regarding Jane, a former girlfriend of Combs who testified under a pseudonym. So this is what they're saying they have so far, okay? Control. Combs' effort to control Ventura defined their decades-long relationship. Slavic said he controlled her career, her appearance, and how she spent her time. Slavic added that Combs paid for her car, her phone, her apartment, and many other things, making her dependent on him. Slavic said that when Ventura finally ended the relationship with Combs in 2018, Combs demanded control until the very end and recounted Ventura's testimony about how he arred her at that time. Abuse. Part of his control was also abusing Ventura. The defense doesn't deny the abuse. They just want to call it domestic violence, she said, adding that it's important for the jury to understand that the freak-offs were happening as the violence continued throughout their long-term relationship. Slavic went on to remind the jury about several instances of abuse that Ventura and others testified about during the trial. D-Rock, Combs' security guard, and the Enterprise enabled and assisted the defendant's abuse, she added. Freak-offs. Slavic recalled Ventura's testimony about performing hours-long freak-offs for Combs despite having at times a urinary tract infection, but continued to do them because she wanted to make Combs happy. Slavic also told the jury that they didn't have to find that every freak off was an instance of sex trafficking, saying this is not an all or none situation because there were many freak offs Ventura participated in due to Combs' force, threats, or coercion. She added that Combs used the recordings of the freak offs as collateral to coerce Ventura into continuing to perform. sex trafficking of Ventura. Slavic reminded the jury about Daniel Phillips' testimony, where he described witnessing violence between Combs and Ventura during a freak-off. Slavic said of this instance that Combs was demanding that Cassie have sex with a paid escort. That's sex trafficking. Climate of fear. Ventura didn't see leaving the relationship as an option because she'd experienced how violent Combs could be, said Slavic, who added that the evidence showed how little agency and how little control Ventura had. Combs created a climate of fear that can't be isolated to one moment in time, Slavic said. Cassie did not have the freedom to make voluntary adult choices. Okay. They also talked about previously how he arranged and paid for male escorts to travel for hotel nights with Jane. Prosecutors began going over the transportation of prostitution charges against Combs, which they have evidence to prove. Okay. So yeah, that's where they are. That's where they are with it right now. I don't know. This was work. Combs forced Ventura and Jane into days-long sex acts. Yeah. He forced them into sex work that they did not necessarily sign up to do in such a manner. Yeah. But that's what's going on with that. I don't know what they're gonna do, y'all. I feel like the prosecution has made their case. I do. I feel like when it comes to proving how money was being moved around, when it comes to proving that you were paying for prostitution, which is illegal, that you had your assistants and security guards traveling and transporting drugs. Yeah. And I was talking to my husband about this earlier. A lot of the reason why y'all don't recognize how this is a RICO is because the way y'all normally think about RICOs is in drug dealing. And when RICOs happen in drug dealing, it's a bunch of people that end up going to jail. But there's always a main person that they're trying to topple, and everybody else under them goes down because they're also a criminal. Depending on what their charges would be, they're either going to offer you some form of immunity, they're going to offer you a plea deal in exchange for information. Depending on how much damage you've done, you either are going to get off or you're going to do jail time. But they're going after the big fish. That's usually the case even in drug cases. So this is the difference. When people are drug dealers, all of the other people that are under the main drug dealer are drug dealers. Now and forever, criminality, there are other things they've done, which is why they end up in jail. Diddy had all of his real, like, W-9 employees doing this shit. Meaning that after these people have left working for him, they have not continued to work in a business of criminality. Like, these are actual assistants and people that just go and work for other people in a legal capacity. They don't go and sell drugs just because they transported drugs for Diddy when they worked for him. You know what I'm saying? So that's why you see that he's the only one that's really being hemmed up, because everybody else is being offered plea deals and immunity to testify against him. And they have not created a track record for themselves that would make the government want to imprison them. So, yeah. Do you think he'll be charged on all charges? No, I don't think he'll be charged on all charges, but I do think he'll be charged on most of them. I do. And that's just based off of what we've seen him do and what the charges are. Prostitution is illegal. Transportation of drugs and prostitutes is illegal. It's illegal. And then you also tried to cover it up. They have text messages of him covering it up. They have text messages of him admitting that what he's doing is buying sex work when he complained about the man not having an erection. Yeah, the extortion that he did with Cassie's parents, there's actual, like, there's paper trail. So, yeah, I definitely think they're going to get him caught up. And I also feel like there's probably video of him assaulting Cassie while she was passed out. And we, the public, do not need to see that. Did you hear that Tyler Perry settled with that guy? No, the fuck I did not. But before we get into that, I'll look it up while I play y'all this clip. This clip. Music producer Scott Storch says Diddy tried to flirt with him.
Is he a homosexual, bisexual? Everybody's trying to push that. Is he a cuck, which is like watching other. I wasn't in the room. I do know I felt like at one point he tried to flirt with me and shit, and I was just like, I'm good on that type of shit. But,
Oh, really?
yeah. Oh, yeah. But
what do you mean he tried to flirt with you?
I'm just gonna leave it simple like that. You know, that's it.
Well, I mean, that's a pretty bold statement, Scott.
Bro, it's just I'm gonna say it like it fucking, it is what it is. He's my homie, man. Like,
gotcha.
But like I just felt.
But there was never any bad beef. There was never saw anything weird.
Man, nothing but love.
When you hear the stories about like, well, Usher came to his house for Diddy Flavor Camp, and then Justin Bieber showed up. Any rumors in that? Any truth to that?
Fuck that, man. Like, everybody want to be around him. He's the fucking flyest dude. Like, he made the shit look good. He's in Tommy Mottola's house, which is the sickest shit that he bought, like on Star Island. Like, sick. Like,
So I was like, okay, like I'm sure he did, because I've seen videos of him flirting with Baby. I've seen videos of him flirting with Fabulous, talking about when you gonna let me take you shopping, Poppy, Daddy, whatever the fuck he said. The way him and Meek Mill's relationship seems sometimes, he definitely flirted with 50 Cent. And that's why 50 Cent has a vendetta, like started having that like vendetta against him. Like, and then Terrence Howard said he tried to do something to him. And just this week, Cameron came out and said that Diddy made him feel uncomfortable when they were talking about his podcast. So that's in recent times. In recent times, not bad boy days, recent times, Cameron took his podcast as an option over to Diddy for Diddy to purchase and put on Revolt, I'm guessing. And it made him feel weird, and they decided not to go through it. Now, I was just floored by people in the comments saying, no, I don't see that. I don't see that. He lying. Why say something now? Look, yeah, right. Like, why was Scott, why would he have to lie about that, y'all? And there were some people in the comments that were saying shit like, oh, he's not Diddy's type. Is he not? Is he not? These are the escorts that Diddy paid allegedly to have sex with Cassie. They all look different. They're all men. They all look different. There's some white ones in here. There's some ones with hair. There's some bald ones. There's some ones with long hair. They're all different types of men. Just because he did not have sex with these men does not mean it did not turn him on to see these men have sex. We already understand he's a cuckold, meaning that him watching the women have sex allows him to envision himself being the woman because he's able to take over her existence, basically. In the sex, telling her what to do, he completely takes over her, tells her what to do, and then masturbates as he gets to watch the act happening. That's about him thinking and fantasizing about having sex with these men. That's what that's about. And so then when this man, who's a music producer, meaning somebody that this man was around, says that he flirted with me, why are y'all in the comments saying that you don't believe it? That is so crazy to me. And then telling me crazy shit like, what did they say in the comments, y'all? Because I said he flirts with all the rappers. When I said he flirts with all the rappers, I mean he flirts with a whole bunch of different types of beefy ass niggas. Men. Not feminine looking men, but just men. And some of them do look like Scott. Yes, they do. I just showed y'all that there's at least one man on here that y'all can say look like Scott. Also, y'all forget that Diddy used to be around very, very femininely gay men back in the day. Like, I don't understand. I don't understand what anybody's on. And another thing is that him flirting with other men y'all really don't understand what's happening. That's not about him actually being attracted to them. That's about control, dominating, and making them feel uncomfortable. The way Diddy is able to exact his dominance over other men is to make them feel like he wants to fuck them. There is nothing that scares a man more than a man that wants to fuck him. That's literally the reason why they were all so uncomfortable with him, because he's treating them like a bitch. And they don't like that because we only treat women like objective bitches that we can just take and do whatever we want to. That's why I said what I said about Terrence Howard bitch ass. Oh, it's a problem when Diddy does it to you. It's not a problem when y'all do it to women. Talking about manhood. Fuck out of here. Anytime that you are pressing people that don't want to fuck you, pressing people that's telling you no, crossing boundaries, you're doing the same thing that Diddy does to these men. You're doing the same thing to women. Yeah, put his hand on Mike Tyson's leg. Mike Tyson had to move his hand off his leg. There's video evidence of this all over the place. Wow, where have you been? There's nothing that confirms Diddy is gay. Everything out there is based on allegations, rumor. Ooh. Scott Scorch is a producer, but yeah, I believe Scott on everything. Yeah, it says music producer at the top. That's not my point. Do y'all see how people like? I'm not making a point that Scott is a rapper. I'm making a point that Diddy has a track record of flirting with a plethora of men. A lot of this shit is on camera. It's on candid camera now. And they in these comments arguing with me like I'm making something up when all they have to do is go look it up. Talking about, I don't believe this man turned him down. That bit was so unprovoked. What do you mean? It was unprovoked. Let's listen to it again.
Is he a homosexual? Bisexual? Everybody's trying to push that. Is he a cuck? Which is like watching other.
So we're talking about Diddy. We're talking about the trial. We're talking about how the way people are defining his sexuality. And in order to offer perspective, because he personally knows him, he says, the nigga flirted with me. And I told him, I don't get down like that. There are many men that have come on the fucking internet and told y'all that Diddy tried them and they had to tell him no. Cat Williams made a whole bit about how you're going to get invited to the party and you have to tell Diddy no. You have to tell him no. And then you can't trust a drink around a nigga because, you know, you might wake up somewhere. But I don't understand, like, I don't understand where anybody's mind is. Absolutely, he did it. And I can also still believe that Scott Storch turned him down. Like, what's wrong with y'all? What's wrong with y'all? I don't get it. They're literally in the comments fighting. A lot of men turned him down. The fuck? Cameron turned him down. Cameron lands a $750,000 book deal with Simon & Schuster for candid memoir detailing his hip-hop rise and business empire. Well, this is a good situation for him financially, talking about this is how you level up. Do you really think that he's going to level up? Child, please. This ain't nothing but the Young Jeezy model. This ain't nothing but the Young Jeezy model. This ain't nothing but Young Jeezy, you do a book, you make money off the salacious stories that you grew up having, which I feel like is so interesting when you niggas do this because y'all spend such a huge part of y'all's careers telling women that they should just shut the fuck up and how dare they talk about their experiences with some of you niggas. And then y'all get to this elderly age and decide y'all want to do what the women been doing for years, which is telling these fucking stories and getting these book deals. Y'all, Cameron is gonna remain the same degenerate energetically no matter how much money he makes. I don't know if y'all have noticed it. People don't all of a sudden become better people, smarter people just because they have money. They have money and they're just as miserable. So great. Cam will have much more money and we'll have stories from his book that we could believe or not. Because I probably wouldn't trust a lot of the things that he would say because I just don't trust Cam. I think Cam's full of shit. I think he is his character on Paid in Full. I don't like the nigga. Period. Let's move on from there. But congratulations to him. You know, anytime that the niggas can get themselves out of perpetual poverty, it's always a good thing, girl. Always a good thing, I guess. Robert, R. Kelly denied bond as judge cites danger to public. Yeah. And this is what's wrong with the community is that y'all think he's not a danger to the fucking community. He is a danger to the community. Bitch, he's a danger to the community inside of jail because there's a young woman that's still brainwashed behind this nigga. He's a danger. He's a danger. Diddy's a danger. Men that you can't trust not to drug and great people, they don't need to be on the street, y'all. They already made their best music. They've already done their best work, girl. You don't need to think of them well for the rest of your life, talking about legacies. Shut the fuck up. The music has been made. Enjoy the music and let these people perish the way they deserve to. They deserve to perish. This is not something that's being done to them. They're not being targeted. And I hate when y'all do this shit because if you actually pay attention, all of these niggas have gotten off on so many offenses. By the time we get to R. Kelly and Diddy and all of these niggas, they got away with it with so much proof that they were doing it for so long. Like, I've seen the tapes of R. Kelly fucking children. He shouldn't have been free to do that to more children, y'all. He should be in jail. Diddy was responsible for all of them people dying in 1991. He beat that girl up outside of her dorm room at Howard and retold the story in a fucked up ass way on Carisha Please. These people do not need to be out here with the rest of us. Y'all can enjoy their music while they're behind bars. They're not making any more good music, bitch. Enjoy what they made and move on with your life. But this need to be out here defending these sick ass men that have been getting away with this shit for years and years and years. Like people have died, and y'all really be out here like, y'all can't make me hate him. Y'all can't make me hate him. Yeah, that's because your ass ain't never been locked in a closet with him. You've never been trapped in a closet with the nigga. Of course, we can't make you hate somebody you don't really know, bitch. Of course. What do you mean? Pull up on the club. It was Thursday night. Lil BLDL things to the right. Okay, hold up, y'all. Let me see what else I wanted to get into. She's about to tear the roof off. Yeah. Oakland style, Oakland style, Oakland style, Oakland style, Oakland style. Cardi B's new album is coming out. She's putting old tracks on it. I don't really care. I just hope the rest of the tracks are good. That's all I care about, girl. I just hope the album is good and they give me something to bop to in my Jeep, girl. That's all. We don't care, y'all. People be having, 15 tracks on a song. Like two of them could be old. It's fine. It's fine. It's okay. I'm just trying to see if there's anything else I wanted to talk to you guys about. Oh, yeah. Did we talk about I mean, I feel like there ain't really much to say. I feel like we talked about that. Hold up. What's this? Okay, let's do this for a second.
If it ever was time to hold up a sign saying, "Who is this?" You know what I'm saying? That's when the poster should have came up.
Claudia, that was your cue.
Who was?
Sorry, I just got a text that after Justin goes, breaking news. Okay.
Well, let's go. What's the breaking news? If the news is breaking, we gonna break it.
One of the housewives texted me. Anonymous T. Britt offered several of the girls pills in Grenada, allegedly. I don't know why Phaedra lied and said it was just Advil PM. Had she shown up to the reunion, it would have been addressed. I said, oh my God, what kind of pills? Adderall, Xanax, Percocet, and Advil PMs. And Phaedra knows good and well that she offered us those pills. She poured them out of an Advil PM bottle like it was a bag of Skittles that she was offering us.
I personally don't care.
It's Claudia. It's Claudia being like, bitch, putting the phone down. Psh. Okay, it was that for me. I'm gonna let Dustin finish.
But I understand what you're saying. I just don't give a fuck personally. We ain't see it on the show. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, this is where things get caught. Like, we're way off from center. You know what I'm saying? But per our earlier conversation, I understand why you're saying that. I just personally, I don't give a fuck about none of that.
Well, it's because the reaction, because Britt's justifying I said the abortion thing about you because you falsely accused me of being a pill popper when you were in fact offering pills to allegedly to several members of the cast, and there's other witnesses. Like, if I'm getting emotional about something that I actually do, you have the right to call me on my bullshit. Like, if I'm like, oh my God, Justin, I cannot believe you cursed around me. You be like, bitch, you curse all the time. I would be full of shit, right? Like, the reason why I treated you like that is because you came from me for cussing. You know what I mean? Like, maybe just stay away from that argument. Like, all right, hey, bitch, chill. But anyways, there's more tea, but if I say the rest, I don't reveal who it is. I'll tell you.
No, I think it's like, listen, it's all alleged, and I think at this point it's one of those things like Dustin said. But no, go ahead, Dustin.
Yeah, I don't remember what the fuck I was.
Dustin looked loaded out of his mind, child. So I don't know why, but I felt like that was some rude shit. That was some rude shit for you to be like, I really don't give a fuck, Claudia. I don't care that you just trying to prove a point. I don't care. That felt a little rude to me. Cause like if we doing a panel, bro, don't say no shit like that to me. Don't say I don't give a fuck. With the way I get quiet and I talk for the rest of the podcast. Bitch, don't tell me that you don't give a fuck about what I'm saying, because you just don't have to say that. We all on a podcast saying some shit. You ain't got to say that shit. To me, it feel like she was making that point in order to say that nobody was lying on Britt. Britt was popping pills. Dustin and Carlos was looking from left to right because it gives child everybody pop pills. That's what it was giving. It was giving child everybody pop pills. But you shouldn't be outing her. You shouldn't be outing her for being a pill popper. That's what it's given. That's what it's given. I want to see something right quick before we go. I want to see that clip again from Kelly, because I want to hear what it was that made Kelly say the pill popper comment in the first fucking place. Let's see. Let's run it back. Where it's at. Let me see. That weird ass music. Okay, wait, no, here you go.
His busy schedule to come at Lil Old Kelly's event. I wonder who paid them. Maybe the people that don't show up. Who didn't show up?
Yeah. I don't know what I missed, but Kelly is definitely on one right now. She is a little firecracker waiting to pop off.
We are all at my house. She let you in her house? And Portia. Oh my gosh, she let Portia in her house?
Yeah, I did. You can address me. I know that's kind of difficult.
I'm so proud of
sometimes.
you. It's not difficult.
It's
not difficult.
You don't have to be passive aggressive.
I'm not passive.
You're a little passive.
I'm aggressive.
I haven't seen you ever aggressive.
Don't play with me, Brett. Don't play with me.
Yeah, don't walk up on me and look down at me like you threatening me with your size, bitch. Don't do that. That's what I'm peeping immediately.
Have that conversation later. Really? You guys
Okay, you're the big bad wolf.
I'm the mighty wolf.
No, you're not. It's a persona. You're really insecure.
Insecure?
Yeah.
I'm insecure? But you want to use my team.
The team that you begged for me to work with because you always need a sidekick, baby. Long story short, Kelly was feeling insecure because she felt
It's very interesting.
Was feeling insecure because she felt like she was second in Nashville when it was her entire idea to share a glam squad. She was like, hey, I got makeup artist. You trying to take I have a stylist.
This is better than the Wimbledon Championship.
Let me tell you
Is it?
something, ho. You better talk to your motherfucking roommate. You better talk to your roommate.
Match point.
Not you're so cute. Yeah, I'm sorry. The way Britt is acting in this scene, just because she's not saying anything doesn't mean the energy and the looking down is not like, that's what's making Kelly mad. Kelly is mad because you keep looking down on her. That size shit, y'all.
Not pill popping roommate.
This is getting juicy.
Like what kind of pills?
Okay, this just took a turn. I did not see this coming.
Well, the pill she offered me was just a little Advil PM. I didn't get the Propofol Michael Jackson special.
So when the tea is spilled that she actually pulled pills out and offered them to everybody, the reason why I think, let me be real. So to me, I feel like people that do drugs enjoy people that come to the party with drugs. And so when Claudia is like, and then she came to the place with drugs, you know what I'm saying? And tries to do like, Auntie Bertha. And it's just like, girl, like that's what that was given to me, to be honest. And that's fine. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying, like, but don't act like the lie isn't tea. The lie is tea. The fact that you literally said that, oh my God, never. And all I got was the Advil PM. And no, you got drugs that was in the Advil PM bottle. Like, don't lie now. Don't lie now, Britt. You know what I'm saying? Don't lie, bitch. I think it matters that Britt lies about the shit that she says. Now, does that mean that Kelly wasn't coming at her sideways? No, Kelly absolutely was giving it right back to her, calling her a hoe and all of that shit. Definitely turning up. Because to me, Kelly played herself. Kelly should have went sat down and let her have that fucking moment and run her mouth. Go ahead. Tell them what you want to tell them about the glam squad. Go ahead. I'm going to ignore you. At this point, I don't want to share a glam squad with you. I don't fuck with you. And if I want to talk about you in front of you and not actually directly talk to you, I can do that. And you can call it passive aggressive. You can call it aggressive aggressive. And I'm still not going to give a fuck. I would have walked away from her and not have given her the moment and not have engaged. Kelly was too emotional. But Phaedra, you getting up there to lie, to support Britt's lie? Yeah, shut up. Just don't.
How did it go to 0 to 100 in 2 drinks? Things are only off limits based off of respect. Now, if you don't want to respect me, then baby, I'm going to lay the whole clip out.
You already were disrespectful to me. Like, she's insecure. You don't think that was disrespectful for you to be saying to a room full of women? Oh, she's insecure. Girl. All of that shit was disrespectful. What are we talking about? Both of y'all were being disrespectful. Both of y'all, I think, said things that went below the belt. But once we look at that, I'm going to have the issue with the person that lied. We both can go to hell, but your hell need to be truth. Because my hell going to be truth. And to me, you're not winning if you're not telling the truth, bitch. Adderall hypes you up. Adderall is like prescription. A lot of people would say it's like prescription cocaine a little bit. That's how they might describe it. You know, I don't know. I've never tried it. That's what I hear.
Nobody
Y'all know I only do legal drugs, okay?
wants to be you little hobbit.
Her calling her your little hobbit was hilarious, though, and I hate that. I hated it. It was funny.
Get me out of here now. She thinks this is cute, but you know how you felt with the Kenya stuff. But you know can't bring up abortion stuff. Well, she's trying to call me a pill popper.
This is one of those.
I mean,
we're gonna use our hands.
It seems like you kind of are, sis. And I also feel like it's weird for you to call Kelly insecure while you basically single black female in the fuck out of her. Like, y'all, I get that they both fake and they both, flip floppy and all of that shit. But I still feel like you trying to single black female that lady. Like, that's what it looked like to me. You using her glam squad, her photographer, her videographer. All of your clothes are coming from her. She's helping you because you can't afford it. And nobody forced their aid on you. You could have said, no, I'll get my own team. The fuck? But you took advantage and now you gonna turn around and say she forced her team on you? That's some weird shit. Like that is definitely giving destiny swapping. It's definitely giving you trying to copy and paste that lady life with your weird ass. Yeah, so I understand why Claudia wanted to, give up that portion of truth there. Because that gave perspective. I really do. I think that gave perspective. But anyway, y'all, I'm gonna go because I'm gonna come back later this evening for a members only. Probably maybe around like 6:30. I'm gonna come back and do something with you guys. So I'll see you all then. But thank you so much for coming through and supporting the channel. Okay. Thank you, Tisha, for being a member. Thank you to only Chelsea for the super chat. Phaedra want to be queen of the damn. She do. I had such a good time doing that today, y'all. Rod, thank you for the super sticker, boo. I appreciate y'all so much, and I hope y'all have a good rest of y'all day. Members, be on the lookout. I will be sending out a link. No, there is no Ooh Ladies First panel until August. All right. Peace out, y'all.